you're set up. Nigga ask me how I'm doing this year. I'm better, I'm better, I'm better. Crisis, prices, don't tell us. T4, blood, check levels. Nigga ask me how I'm doing this year. I'm better, I'm better, I'm better. Wu-Tang Clan, how my angels get up. Life on life, tell me how you're set up. Nigga ask me how I'm doing this year. I'm better, I'm better, I'm better. Crisis, prices, don't tell us. T4, blood, check levels. Nigga ask me how I'm doing this year. I'm better, I'm better, I'm better, I'm better.
Come a little bitch, ain't done little bitch. 101 little bitch, ain't nothing like me. Open your eyes for a second, I'm the high-end legend, I'm the guidance that you need. Rolling on sevens on a regular, now I don't think you're ready for the revolution that I bring. 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shot, 4 shot, found a youth out.
Hold up.
Come a little bitch, ain't done little bitch. 101 little bitch, ain't nothing like me. Open your eyes for a second, I'm the high-end legend, I'm the guidance that you need. Rolling on sevens on a regular, now I don't think you're ready for the revolution that I bring. 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shot, 4 shot, found a youth out like the
Wu-Tang Clan, how my angels get up. Life on life, tell me how you're set up. Nigga ask me how I'm doing this year. I'm better, I'm better, I'm better. Crisis, prices, don't tell us. T4, blood, check levels. Nigga ask me how I'm doing this year. I'm better, I'm better, I'm better, I'm better.
Images, iris, limitless, priceless, sunrise energy shining, I shall silence. The brightness, skyless. Images, iris, limitless, priceless, sunrise energy shining, I shall silence. The brightness, skyless. I've been holding you forever. I've been making out better. I don't know if you're nonsense, but I hold you back when you hold me back.
Okay. I actually want to set this stream early, I'm not gonna lie. I'm too lazy, bro. Too lazy to wait, bro. What y'all been up to, man? What y'all been up to? Yeah, I kind of ended my stream earlier because, like, my fridge was broken. They fixed the fridge. And my girlfriend was here, so I just spent time with her. Let me tell you now. Heaven must have sent you from the stars above. Nolan Corbett, or Corbet. Thank you for the 9-month membership, bro. Yeah, like I said, dude, yeah, we got some hell modes if you guys want to hop in on that as usual. We got some videos to react to. We got some videos to react to, you know, the truth about Deepwoken, the Deepwoken agenda, all this sort of shit, you know. Shit I used to react to, so I was like, fuck it, let's get some reaction. It's been a minute. I'm actually so fucking bored. I probably should be ganking. Or not ganking, but scripting. But I did a little scripty today. Besides that, I do potentially have an announcement that I will give in my Discord server later on. You guys will see what it is. Pretty exciting stuff, though. Pretty exciting stuff. I'm not going to talk too much about it, but yeah, I don't know. I think to me, it'll be very. We'll see. Besides that, though, any pressing news? Heaven must have sent you. Let me look. Oh. I'm the one that's missing you. I'm in my life. There's one thing I don't want to do. Yeah, I guess not. I thought there'd be something. I thought there was something posted and stuff that said. I thought there was some information posted. Huh. Yeah, I guess not. Oh, I guess not. That's interesting. Oh. Huh. Yeah, I guess not, bruh. I have my babies, bro. What the hell, bruh? Niggas get a check mark and start acting crazy, bruh. All good, though. But yeah, man. Dude, like I said, we're gonna watch this video first, bro. Any news about me? Nothing. We'll work on that, Mr. Ziegler. They're still playing Don't Starve Together. I'm not gonna lie, buddy. You see the Rogue update? I did! Big Rogue Lineage update. big, relatively speaking. Take a look. That song's so far, bro. Mini patch. They gave Spy a revamp. Holy shit. They updated all the damn paths. Apparently gave the Shadow some more functionality. They gave the Soul an active version on top of the Manaless Climb. And they gave Wraith a visual update, which is very, very interesting. What else they do? Oh, I guess I might as well play, let me play my trial music. Hold on. Okay, anyway. Anywho, as I was saying, right? Yeah, taking a look here. Yeah, they did some balancing, but yeah, this is like the big one. And they added M1 holding to Rogue, which is kind of crazy. M1 holding in Rogue lineage. It's not for skills yet, but it's there for M1s, basically, like light attacks, which is that's pretty fire. Effects being moved to the client, which is crazy that was on the server, but that should be way more smooth and way more way less lag in Rogue, which is very nice. People using 7-clickers, so they added 7-clicker for everyone. I mean, yeah, that's what they did for Deep, basically. Anywho, right? So we're gonna go ahead and do some hell modes, man. We're gonna do some hell modes. We're gonna react to this video. It looks like it'd be a pretty interesting video by the homie Noble. All right, and a couple more. And in the meanwhile, we will be doing some friggin' hell modes, man. Some friggin' hell modes. All right, join up. Oh, dang. Every server is like only like 7 or 8 players can join. Like, what the hell? Alright, join the server. Let's see. Join up BasedCon California, chat. BasedCon California. It's in Broski's. I put it in Broski's first, buddy. I put it in Broski's first. You better join up. Roblox is down. Roblox is not down. Roblox is not down. You can teach him by just handing him a hell mode, yo. Just handing him a freaking hell mode, yo. Anyway, yeah, I got the video out. Woo, this video looked like it was going to be a juicy one. Title: Agenda Woken. When bias overrules balance in Deepwoken. Ooh, spicy video, spicy video. Anyway, where everybody at? Where everybody at, bruh? Oh yeah, everybody start pulling up, bruh. Everybody start pulling up. Don't ring the bell. Hold on, don't ring the bell just yet, bruh. Yeah, slow down. They finna add more time to Oh wait, I gotta ask Corey. Yeah, so apparently, chat, I think one thing they're gonna add something to where I think this is actually for streamers, right? Let's just say I'm trying to start up a hell mode, right? I can start a new server for people to join in or something akin to that, right? That way more chat can join in. So yeah, so more people in chat can do it. I have that should be pretty fire though. Doesn't mean we can't get ganked though. Don't get it twisted. Don't get safe. It's not safe. I say free in quotations. There's a quotations there for a reason. But it'll start up a new server so at least we can get more people in here because I know a lot of people like getting these free hell modes. Bro, it's been better though. Alright, is everybody here? Bro, follow, where is you at, bro? Yeah, I get a little TP spot. I got TP. Oh, bet. I look, need to put some of this shit away. I can't lie. Okay, we will TP after we ring bell. We'll wait for some more people to pull up over here. Right. So more viewers can join, but more gankers can join. Yes, indeed so. Like I said, so fresh server. It's not like a private server or anything like we did for the Freshie thing. It's just starting up a new like public server. But like I said though, there's definitely some interesting stuff I think that's going to be happening to Deepwoken. We'll see. I think there's going to be, like I said, I think February will be a very interesting month for Deepwoken potentially. I'm very curious on what's going to happen to the game's future because I've been hearing a lot of things. I'm very curious. I'm very curious. I think there's a lot of potential. There'll be foreshadowing. Yeah, I'm trying to give you all the little foreshadow, but we'll see. I literally can't say anything, but it's gonna be interesting though. It's gonna be interesting. I ain't gonna lie. It's definitely gonna be something, bro. We went on Jammer. Yeah, we went on a few more people because some people said they're here. But like I said, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. February, maybe March. We'll see. I don't know, cause like I think like the big thing. I think biggest thing I don't know why I. Okay. Y'all rung the bell, not me. Y'all can run the hell mode, bro. Go ahead and run up that hell mode. Y'all got that. Hey, I told y'all, bro. I said chill out, bro. More people pulling up, bro. Tough. Y'all got that one, bro. New server. I'll send it to y'all. They should bring back Old Monkey's Paw. Maybe they could. I'm not gonna lie. Someone rung it. That's always how it goes. But like I said, what should be coming, hopefully, is if somebody rings up the hell mode bell, there's like a grace period. There's like a 1 minute grace period for people to join in. That way we don't have to like. It's so stupid. It's so quick. You know what I mean? It's very annoying. Anyway, new server is Horrific Con, Illinois. By the way, please keep, if you're doing hell modes, please keep your slot at the hell mode bell. I can't say that enough. That way we don't have to wait. I'm only doing it one time just because I know people are going to bring their slot over, but after this run, bro, like, keep your slot at the hell mode bell. You know what I'm saying? Every time. Yeah. Anywho. There should be a 1 minute grace period to throw everyone into instant server. That way everyone can join plus potential gankers. Instant server plus gankers. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if that makes much sense because like most of the time gankers join mid hell mode, so like you just be eliminating the gankers. Now I know that sounds crazy, right? I know that sounds crazy, like bro, like wouldn't you want there to be less gankers? But my justification is, chat, I want there to be the riskiest game mode in the game that is not. I'm tired of everything low-key becoming instanced, right? And I want there to be a genuine risk to PvE. And the only way it seems to be if I get ganked, right? And I know that sounds backwards, like, well, why wouldn't you? But like, that it's interesting, bruh. Chat, I know you guys find it interesting too. You know why? You know why you guys find it interesting? Because my most viewed videos are always in the depths. Literally look at the difference. And Exploiter wiped me, so I banned all his accounts. 87k view. That's more than my Prague video. That's more than my Enmity. That's more than my Freshie one. That's more than the Conquest one. So people clearly like risky shit, man. Dude, don't fucking put that into instant server, man. I'll be pissed. I actually like, bro, I like it because it adds like okay, I bet run it up, bro. You know what I mean, right? Adds to the content, man. It makes it feel like, it feels like a game, bro. Instead of just me like turning my brain off. If I might as well just do this every time my helmet starts. All right, guys, go ahead and ring up the bell. I sit here and I just like, what is that? No, bro. Like the risk is part of the mode, bro. Don't get it twisted. Anyway, I don't know why I'm ringing up the bell, bro. Chill out now. Is everyone here? They didn't have the Bryce in the shed. Yeah, hey, bro. Hey, bro. Hey, real quick. Who told you to ring it, bro? What stopped me from ganking you right here, bro? Oh, I don't know. What stopped me from ganking you right here? What stopped me from killing you right now? I didn't. Okay, I'm a log. You just said ring it? But what did I say ring it? Not like if you can do that, you can do that by going to Camry, which I've done for 5-year hell modes. What the fuck? Hold on. My Prague video. Hold on, I'm listening. I know that. Hold on. I don't need the mode, bro. If I like the Conquest one, I'll be bro. Like the risk is part of the mode. I sit here and I just like, what is that? No, bro. Like the risk is part of the mode, bro. Don't get it. I might as well just do this every time my helmet starts. Let me listen. All right, guys, go ahead and ring up the bell. I sit here and I just like, what is that? No, bro. Bro, clearly I was in yap mode, bro. Clearly I was in yap mode. I see. Okay, no, I can't even blame y'all for that one. I meant it more like in a you know what I'm saying, like how motherfuckers talk about rhetorical shits. I meant it like as in like a that sort of mode, bro. But you know, I can't get mad at you. I retract me being mad at you guys for that one because I can get how you're confused. But that was me in yap mode, bro. Come on, don't get twisted. But you know what? That's fair. You can't even blame for that one, chat. All right, last one, bro. Last one, okay. Last one. See, this is why they need to throw in that shit, bro. Because I can't even be mad at y'all for that one. I did technically say it, but it's like I was in yap mode, bro. Like, exactly, autopilot mode, bro. Like, chill on me now. Chill on me. Okay. You don't get a chest if you don't ring it. Oop. Just clap. All right. New server. Hold on. That's odd. Do you have any estimation when the EU25 price was Emmy yet? I have to ask. Anyway, server is Burning Castle, Illinois. Come join. Burning Castle, Illinois. I have to see. I can ask Corey, see what he's been doing, but I think he's been busy, right? And like I said, they do take quite a long time. I'm not gonna lie. They do take quite a while. Are your builds in your Discord? Yes, they are. Discord.g/Agamatsu. My builds are there. I have a new ganking build that was low-key putting in the work today. I mean, it's not going to survive every game, but it's pretty damn good. I think it's pretty good. It's a classic reiteration on the Shadow Alchemist, but with a little bit of heavy and a little bit of new tech in there to showcase just how busted it can be in survivability and in ganks as a whole. Anyway, all right. We'll wait like another 30 seconds and we'll start off. Is Chaser more easier than Etheron? Yeah, I think Chaser is easier than Etheron. I think old Chaser was really fun. I really do wish that I really wish there was like a layer 2 hard mode, man. I can't even lie. I mean, I know that sounds like crazy, but like even looking at Chaser as like a boss, like he's such a if you understand the fundamentals of the game, like Chaser is just so simple. You know what I mean? Like he's so simplistic. Compare Chaser to Enmity. You know what I mean, right? Like it's fucking night. It's not even close. I actually failed to I failed to see how people struggled with that. Like Enmity, you can get the patterns down too, but like Enmity is so much more punishing. Like you really do. There really is a lot more that you have to like really lock in for. Like Enmity, you have to lock in. Chaser, you can fuck around. Chaser, you can literally beat on like one freshie, bro. You know what I mean? Like very casually beat on one freshie. Hell, we did it back then. We fought. I mean, to be fair, we fought Enmity with freshies, but at the same time, it's 25. Like 25 of us. You know what I mean, right? And back then, all you need to do to beat Chaser was just what's it called? All you needed was just to get rid of the blood jars. Okay, everyone on bell. Everybody on bell. Okay. Wait for me, bruh. This dude. We're already on bell, gang. Hurry up. Bro said wait after 10 minutes.
Yo, we gonna headset?
Alright, we gonna ring it out, bruh. Bro, we had 3 servers, bro. 3 servers, bro. I said this was the last one, bro. Bro, come on, bro. Dog, I literally gave y'all 3 servers, bro. I thought you were running rivals, man. What happened? People with Chaser blindfolded? Yeah, Chaser is. We gonna do another one after anyway. But first, we're gonna watch this little video, this little con video. Someone just start another one in another server, put in chat. Sure, if y'all want to do that, go ahead. Feel free. Just be wary of the Genki, okay? That's with a capital G. Anyway, what was I saying? But yeah, so we'll be seeing, I think there's, like I said, a lot of interesting stuff that could be happening in the deep today. And I am really curious on what the future of the game really will be, bro. I don't even know. At least Deepwoken's consistent. I can't even map out. Like, I think Deepwoken's in a consistent spot right now. Like, it's not really gaining or losing players. It's just like it has its player base. You know what I mean, right? I think the only time we'll see a significant jump in player base is like I don't even know if Conquest would do that much for the player base. I think we need like a layer 3 to see like a big comeback. And that's if layer 3 like releases like the hard like how do I describe it? Imagine Enmity but as a layer. You know what I mean? I think we need something like that in Deepwoken. Like Enmity but an entire layer. That, in my opinion, that sort of intensity, that sort of needing to lock in, that difficulty, that willingness to wipe. Like, imagine if Enmity had Light Hook. What the fuck? Remove that. Don't ever do that shit again, bro. I don't want to see no fucking Light Hook mechanic again, bro. Like, something that will truly get motherfuckers to, you know what I'm saying, right? August takes is just shit. Bro, what? Literally, everyone voted that Enmity was the, like, fucking top tier shits, bro, in World Events. Everything else about World Events, besides maybe World Surfing, was just lacking. Enmity felt completed. He had good difficulty. I think we need Enmity as like a fucking layer, dude. Basically, in terms of difficulty, like that's the next step. If you can't handle that, then it's okay not to immediately be good at it, but you build up to it, right? I mean, is that not the point of the game progressing in difficulty? I feel like we've had a very slow progression up until Enmity in terms of difficulty. Truly mechanically tough stuff, right? Like it's been kind of lacking. Okay, I'm in combat. Yo, can I get a my bot off from that freshie though? Bro, that insanity's picking up hella. Who else has me in combat? People has a sandbox. Debugging structure of the week. I actually need this low key. Well, let me go open up my fridge. Yeah, thanks. Not the homie. Shout out to homie for fixing up the fridge. Oh, bro, he's trying to get licks on me while I'm AFK in hell mode. What are y'all talking about right now? Runeslayer? Bro, what? I heard that game got like shut down or something like that. That true? It's because you could like pick cotton. Bro, a Roblox that really sat here and put picking cotton in a game. My nigga. What the fuck you think was going on? Even if like the intents were truly innocent, bro, you have to be a dumbass to not realize that is fucking sus, my nigga. Apparently, I swear to God. Wait, it wasn't that? It was because of the race rules? Oh, gambling laws? Nigga, y'all got caught on gambling laws? Y'all don't know the method? That might even be worse. Y'all got kept. Man, someone put these niggas on, bro. Why are you so gullible? Look, bro, I'm just saying. Maybe it was both. Who knows? Maybe that had a part to do with it. You never know. Because EU bans you from having race rules. Really? Bro really thought the game would get banned for picking content? Hell yes, bro, on Roblox? The fuck? That's what motherfucker told me and I ran with it, I can't lie. Honestly, I'm gonna still believe it as true. Fuck it, bro. But no other Roblox game has picking cotton, okay? I'm gonna run with actually I'm gonna be willfully ignorant. Fuck y'all. That's my story. They got banned for picking cotton. That's right. Sorry, bro. Cause what other game has race rules? I'm just saying, bro. Like, hey, I'm gonna just run with the cotton picking story because that makes more sense. Fuck y'all. Race rolls. I don't know, man. I really feel like there's a game I once played that is just close, but I don't know. There's really a game on Roblox where you can get pick on get whipped, really, and it's not banned. Maybe not then. I'm still being willfully ignorant. I don't care. I remember it was like a game where like it was low key. It was funny. I read the description. They're like, bro, we're not trying to be racist, bro. We're just trying to be historically accurate. And it was just like you play as this like I forgot. It was like this faction, right, with like muskets and shit, and you would just shoot down like these motherfuckers like in an African tribe. And it's just funny seeing. I'm like, bro. Just the description like, go. We are. I swear to God, we are not racist, bro. It's just historically accurate on everything, bro. I thought it was kind of funny. Zulu Wars? I have no clue. I'm not gonna lie. A Christmas hat? Hold on. Wait, why does bitch got good stats? What the fuck? Motherfucker gave me the God Row Christmas hat. Look at that. 21 health, 2 physical. Actually, wait. Stats are kind of mid. But still, I'll take it. That shit could probably turn to... I could probably turn that shit to like, what, 8 physical? 22 health or something like that. I mean, it's not the best, but it'll do, you know what I mean? It'll do. It'll do. The latest Deepwoken can do is make their difficulty more linear and solid. There is no easy hard bosses. You can't learn without unfair consequences. There's no easy hard bosses. Easy hard bosses. Easy hard bosses. Every boss changes the depths, don't they? I mean, I guess. I feel like, I guess like the lightest you get off with is like Duke, probably, right? Ferryman sends you to depths, I think, right? Premon sends you to depths. Kaido, I think, sends you to depths if you're in the void. Surprisingly, the world events don't send you to the depths. That's funny. Yeah, I don't know. Maestro, now he gives you that downside or whatever, right? Doesn't that shit like do something to you? I forgot what it did. I literally forgot what that shit did. Prima does not send you to depths. Really? He doesn't? I thought he used to send you to the depths. Just in case, bro. Dang, we got mad people here. He does if he is spawned? Oh, okay. It's been bugged for years, really? It's been bugged? Really? I didn't know that. That's insane. Truth reveal type shit. Lately should be as hard as enemy. I agree, bro. Add some new mechanics, plus make bosses, if not all enemies, as hard as enemy. Not as hard or tanky, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, mechanically speaking, bro, like, you gotta be teed, bro. You gotta be teed. I might have to clear some people. Yeah, exactly, bro. I ain't gonna lie. If you're not saying my bad, I might just have to, we might just have to murk you. What the fuck is this? No, I got definitely not hoping to have all this fucking insanity on me. Now I'm gonna make my dash. Fuck it. See how far I can run and see who's the enemy. Appreciate that. Now, who the fuck is the enemy? Can't see. Oh no, bro, it's a shadow dude, bro. Oh, well, guess it's him. Knight's here, huh? Okay. That it? That guy too. Fuck, bro, I can't see shit. Downsides of having that. This chilling music ain't thin. Why is August so tanky? Sure, we can stop the music. We got a lock in chat. Imagine the music in my head. You know that music? It's like the lock in music. Assess who we're boxing. Oh, looks like there's madmen. Oh no, bro, watch out! That move actually does a lot of damage if you didn't know. Yo, careful falling with the team damage, buddy. Can't lie to you. That shit does hurt a motherfucker. Woo! Who else we're boxing here? Can't see shit either. Want to make a vow of allegiance? I'm Link. Ooh, Linky? Yes, sir! Hey, link me up, gang! Ah, what is this? Hey, just unlink me though, real talk. I can't lie. Ah! Hey, appreciate that. I'm gonna hop back in the gank in a second, bro. Let me TP you out. Man, hold on now. Hey, we're fighting. All four of us. You hear me? All four of us. We're all fighting. We're about to fight, bro. I ain't letting these guys are terrible. We're fighting. Oh, I hear one right here. Hold on. Oh, never mind. Oh, did you? All right, let's jump him. Let's jump him. Y'all ready? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Fall. Where they at? Where they at? We're here. We're here. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Marines. Who's this? Who is this? Jammers. Hey. Oh, was it one of the guys? Oh, that guy's a bozo. Night Seer. What are y'all? Dang, y'all putting in work. I can't lie. Good stuff, PVs. You guys suck. Woo! Let's go in. Dang, those guys white. You're delusional. Dang, who's talking to you? Where are the monsters? Hello? We need one. Can we get a kill? Yeah, get that. Yep. Thank you. Everybody. Hold on now. Ooh, let me get that. Ooh, let me get that. Ooh, let me get that. Hold on now. I like that. I like that. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Just watch it with the link. I can't lie. That John putting me in. That John slowing me. Imagine getting wiped to PV. They got wiped to PV. Yeah, there's some dog ass. Respectfully. You are not Order of the Arcane, bro. First off, your shadow gun did no damage. What the hell is this? First shadow gun user to do like no fucking damage. That's embarrassing, bro. What are you doing? Come on, man. That's shadow gun 101. Gotta make that shit do some damage. I looked at my shit and I was like, oh, did I lose a bar? I was fine. What is this? Shit was embarrassing, bro. Oh. How did that hit me from there? You ain't got this one like that? Bro, they tried ganking us, bro, and they got cooked. Nigga, what the fuck? Actually, I need a TP to, what's it called? To base. Also, if anyone got an insanity pot, I mean, bro, this is why Ignition is just fucking awful for deaths, man. Look at this shit, man. I can't even PvE. And I have the damn, Conquer Your Fears. I mean, what is this trash? Bro, Moon's Eyes, I swear they made them shits way more rare. I've been a little bit more careful about, like, making builds now, because I only have, like, 18 or 17 left. And they're, like, way hard to get now, brother. They used to be, like, super common. They made them very rare from, like, Hell mode. Why? I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe they thought they were too common. Bro, Moon's Eye is the most useful relic. I can't lie to you. It's the most useful relic. Maybe besides, what's it called? The other one. I don't know why. Yeah, they made Moon's Eyes more rare than Sinner's Ash, and it's like, I mean, I get it. It's like, bro, in the Big 25, we're being a little frugal with, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro. Knowledge, bro, because like, bro, realistically speaking, like the part that you need Moon's Eyes for, especially, is in the beginning of a build. Sometimes when like you need to reroll those talents. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Like your power 7, power 8. There's some shit you need to reroll, right? Back then in verse 1, you would just wipe to get the shits, and now you have a Moon's Eye for that. But like if you don't have a Moon's Eye, it's like fuck. You have to just keep wiping and shit. Those rerolls are, I don't know. Bell rerolls take longer. Now bell rerolls are like, well, Idle Young Shul. I guess idols can sometimes be more helpful. I don't know. I think Moon's Eyes are more helpful. I have a shit ton. You're right. Layer 2. Need base? Yes. I need TP. This is also why inconvenience. I need to make a new build. Yep, thank you. Why is my link shred? Where we gotta go in a new server? I go in an hour. Gotta work, huh? Work. Yeah, I don't know why motherfuckers just be hitting 0-0. Where the fuck are we? Bro, what? What is... Lied to it? Bro, I have insanity, bro. Thank you. Yeah, proper TP. Oh, okay, we're back here. Oh. Okay, we missed it. Did the update buff board events just like Enmity? I don't know. I actually have no clue. I'd rather never get an idle gun than not have Moon's Eyes. On God, yes, bro. Idols, they're handy for getting your bell and shit. But like low-key, you can stack them shits in layer 2 and get a lot of rerolls. Moon's Eyes, you can't do that, bro. You can't do that as a freshie, my nigga. You can't do that as a freshie. Idol is endgame, like you're finished with your build, you're getting bell, right? Moon's Eye, that's the start of your build. That's really important, especially these days with fucking Shrine. Honestly, I should just go in Camly. Who got Camly? They wiped my freshie. I ain't gonna lie, freshie's getting wiped, bro. I mean, in hell mode, bro, that's to be expected. I can't lie to you, bro. Like, today we give another universal KOS. Now we're chilling. We're on the, what's it called? No more enemies. You know what I mean? Sword journey. Yeah, I have no enemies. Short timing. Thank you for the linky. It's like here. Oh wait, no, it's like here. Woo! Almost fell in. And probably like here. Shit. Do not fall there. I repeat, do not fall there. Oh. Okay, you know, let's just go there by foot. Let's just go there by foot, bro. I can't lie. Let's just go there by foot, bro. Anywho, let's start reacting to this noble video, bro. Let's just start reacting to this noble video, bro. Agenda Woken. Like, dude, that sounds like this is a good title, first off. Let me just say that. Great title. Very captivating. Let's listen to what bro has to say.
I feel like I genuinely don't say this enough on this channel, but Deepwoken is a fantastic game. I can't speak for everybody when I say this, but when I first started playing Deepwoken, I was in a major slump in my life, and the game genuinely helped me out of that. So at least for me, it'll always be a little bit special. Deepwoken as it is right now is in a really weird spot where there's more to do than there ever has been, but the game somehow feels less fun than it ever has for long-time players. Why is this though? Depending on who you ask, you'll get a lot of different answers as to what the issues plaguing the game are right now.
Yeah.
At least if you ask me, the #1 issue making Deepwoken unfun as it is currently is bad balancing.
Bad balancing, huh? Yeah, I've heard that a lot. Yeah, I can definitely see why that ruins mood, especially if you play PvP a lot.
PvP in Deepwoken, as it is right now, straight up feels like shit. Everyone does too much damage, everyone is too tanky, and by the end of the 5-minute chime grunt session, win or lose...
Wait, I got 5 armor renewals and 2 hell modes. Is this the method, chat? Bro.
You kind of just feel like an idiot. There's a few main reasons contribute to the issues of Deepwoken balance right now, and I think they go as following.
Okay.
Stat inflation,
power creep,
and most importantly, what I like to call Agenda Woken.
Agenda Woken, okay.
Talk about today, but before we do, you know, please subscribe. I haven't gained a subscriber since 2018, and it would be really cool if I hit 4K before March.
Okay.
Like the video.
Go ahead and like up chat, like up and sub up.
All the plugs. Let's get into the content.
All right, let's see what's up.
Deepwoken is an interesting game. I don't think any person who plays it would say it has bad PvP. Actually, I think they would say the opposite. As fun and easy as it is to make fun of Deepwoken, the game is fundamentally fantastic. That's just the fundamentals though, because it feels as though in recent times, the balancing in Deepwoken has taken these fantastic fundamentals and just fully sprinted with them. Now, to give the developers some credit, with the last week's weekly update, the devs added a 10-second cooldown of venting and even more changes that, in my opinion, have
some pretty good stuff.
In a positive way, and has brought.
I think the venting part, what that came from, chat, was I hit up Archmage, and I was asking him, what's it called? I think I was asking him about, what was it? About there being like tempo changes, right? I was like, yo, like, what do you think about there being like some reworks to tempo or something like that? You know what I'm saying? Or maybe make it a little bit more interesting. Maybe we see a rework to how tempo works, right? Maybe I said, I suggested a separation of venting from tempo. Maybe like tempo, and tempo is still for ether gain, but venting is its own separate thing. That way they can separate the two. And he was like, hey, what about just the vent cooldown? I was like, you know what? Fuck it. And yeah, that's what happened.
The game more in line with what I think they wanted to do with the Verse 2 combat direct. That was one patch though, and I fear we're gonna need a lot more than one weekly update to save us. The issues are vast and numerous, and I could probably make a 40-minute video talking about all of them, but I'm gonna start with a few that I feel nobody is really talking about.
Okay.
Starting with stat inflation. Now, what is stat inflation? Well, stat inflation, or HP inflation, refers to the artificial increase of the health pool in video games. In this case, in Deepwoken, it's the health pool of the entire player base. I'm gonna be honest, stat inflation in Deepwoken is a really funny problem. Mainly
Stat inflation.
that this is definitely not the first time that we've had this problem. In the past, equipment in Deepwoken could come modified with certain traits. These traits would give the equipment
it was
insane
in verse 1. It was
allowing
bad.
players to get well above
Holy
1,000
shit.
health. Back then, exploits were also extremely common, so naturally people would just duplicate these armor pieces and trade them. Eventually the devs got tired of people being literally unkillable, so they decided to nerf the traits and delete the duped versions of them. It seems as though in recent times though, the devs have grown untired of people being.
How am I being put in combat for somebody hitting me? That makes no sense, man. Yeah, anyway. Why is the motherfucker on me, hitting me like I'm, you know what?
Unkillable. Because the devs released the Armorer's Needle. Prior to the introduction
Armorer's
of the
Needle.
Armorer's Needle, getting good equipment required a lot of grinding and RNG. Almost nobody had a good HP kit.
To an extent, right? To an extent. I think a lot of the times, like, good player, like better players, you would see a lot of people trade up to it. But that was, there was like a brief window when there were certain things that were still considered rare, right? So back then, like, curves and crypts were still like decently rare and only dropped from layer 1, really, right? And so some people would trade, like, it depends, right? It depends. But I feel like a lot of the top tier players did have good kits. It's just the rest of the player base were kind of missing out, right? Especially before they added banks. Yeah, especially before they added banks. A lot of times it was just like the good players or like the top tier comp players who had access to a lot more of that stuff. And a lot of times you'll usually find these guilds have like literal like PvE sectors to do their dirty work for them, bro, because they don't play PvE. And so those PvE players, you know, they also feel included in a comp guild. Them motherfuckers farm that shit for them, bro. And so I know some guilds have some shit set up like that too, right? But yeah.
Due to how
for most people though,
yeah,
he's
when
right.
the devs added
Most
the
people
needle
don't have
though, that RNG was gone. The only thing you needed to actually worry about was getting the right piece of equipment with the right amount of stars, and you could just turn it into your god roll. Equipment in Deepwoken has also just gotten a lot better than it used to be in verse 1, so the upper limit of stats you can actually get is a lot higher. Deepwoken players as it is right now.
Anyone got TP to Hellbelt? Or, I mean, Castle Light. I got Camly Drowned. Sure, we'll swap in that. Yeah, stat inflation.
Are flat out way too tanky. And I fear it has caused the same problem that led to the creation of the first 2 combat changes. Fights lasting way too long. The only real difference now is that it's at every level of play, not just the highest level. I used to play a lot of Chime back when I
Fights last too long. Well, let's see what he says.
was more mentally ill than I am currently.
I don't play much anymore outside of when I'm recording, so I sit comfortably in the 800 to 1200 elo range. There is no reason why a match at 800 elo should go to timer. Frankly, there's no reason why a match at 1200 elo should go to timer. And it's not like it's happening because these players are good. They fucking suck. I would know because I fucking suck. If shitty players like me can get by face tanking on pure stats, there's an issue.
Oh! Where the fuck are we? Where the fuck are we? Yo, nah, bro. We're cooked bad. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Where's the spark swap, bro? Where's the spark swap savior? Nah, chill. Don't leave me here. Oh, nah. There's no escape. Why can we do this? Probably stuck in here for... Okay, I'm just gonna reset.
An issue that desperately needs to be nipped in the fucking bud. The thing is though, solving this issue isn't as easy as it was in verse 1, because back then, tankiness itself wasn't the entire issue. It was fights lasting far too long. So to fix this issue, the devs implemented fundamental combat changes. I fear this cannot be done anymore. In my opinion, I think a potential solution would be just nerfing the HP kits, bro. Now, all the niggas already getting ready to leave their angry comment crying because they spent 8 bajillion millennia farming their god kit, bro.
Oh my god.
To break it to you, this wouldn't even be the first time that...
Why can we do this, man? Give me a TP motherfucker instead, bro. I actually cursed myself. Let me just server hop. I'm just gonna go into... Oh.
The devs have done this. It wouldn't even be the second time, actually. Remember those traits and duped equipment that I mentioned earlier? The devs just nuked those. They deleted them. There's literally footage on Inu's channel of him trying to equip an item that he didn't know was duped that he traded for, and it just voiding in front of him. No compensation, just gone. I definitely don't think they need to go as hard as they did back then, but they definitely need to do something, man. I feel like changes even as simple as adding diminishing return to these stats, or even decoupling them from equipment, would make a pretty substantial difference.
Wait, let me listen to what he said again.
I feel like changes even as simple as adding diminishing returns.
Diminishing returns, okay.
Decoupling them from
okay.
Would make a pretty substantial difference. Just something, man, because I don't like the average time match being 5 minutes right now. It doesn't feel good. I was gonna talk about power creep here, but I feel like that's kind of redundant. The game is 3 years old. There's gonna be power creep at a certain point. It just kind of comes with the territory.
And my boys not up.
Instead, I'm gonna go straight to the final topic of this video: agenda woken. Now, what is agenda woken? To explain this, I need to explain what it means to push an agenda. To push an agenda is to essentially push and force your values and ideas onto other people while outright rejecting and dismissing their ideas. Agenda woken is the term I like to use to describe the current situation we are in. That situation being a very small cabal of comp players. I use the heaviest, thickest, most voluptuous quotation marks possible when I say comp, essentially holding the game hostage balance-wise. Whenever I watch one of these Agamatsu balance streams or a Dan VR video going over potential changes suggested from the Chime Discord, I have to physically stop myself from ripping out my eyes NLK style. When I say I kid you not, it is literally just the greasiest hairballs in the universe trying their absolute hardest to get their builds buffed while getting their enemies' builds nerfed.
There are definitely a lot of people who try to get their builds buffed.
Believe me, bro, this really would not be an issue, and I wouldn't give
a fuck at all. Like, I remember last podcast, right? Bro, these motherfuckers kept swearing on everything they loved that Astro would needed a buff. And I was like, dude, can y'all shut the fuck up, man? Holy fuck. Dude, please buff Astro posture damage. Like, bro, no, nigga. Stop asking, bro. Holy shit.
If these guys were normal players.
Oh my god.
But the thing is, they aren't normal players. And I fear when the primary concern of many balancers, again,
I'm not lying, bro. I swear to God. And literally the entire podcast, right? So I get what he's saying here, but most of the time in the podcast, right, the way I view it is like this. There are people who do try to get other people's builds nerfed too, right? But the way I view it is like this. The people who are trying to get their builds, other people's builds nerfed, that's literally balancing. That's how everybody is. Literally, that is how everybody is, damn near. Some people are a little different where they will recognize that something they play is also busted. But most people in the game will be like, dude, that's so busted, they need to nerf it because they faced it. That's literally everybody, bro. That's human nature, bro. To say that if you fight something that's super busted, you're good. Yeah, it's going to be because you fought it, and that's your opinion. But the way I view it is like this. If a bunch of people can all agree that one thing that they've all fought and they all play in different builds is busted, and especially all those players are competitive players, then yeah, I think it's a valid change. And a lot of times, good shit has been nerfed. It's been like that for the past year and a half, and they've consistently pointed out things that are definitely very busted. It's that simple. I know a lot of people, even the MVR was like saying like, oh, they're only trying to get their other people's builds in, but like, that's really, yes, that is how you point out strong things. How else would they report it? I feel like most of the time it's like, yeah, I mean, that's pretty fair. Yeah, but they all use Revenge and Exhaustion Strike, which is true. Don't get it twisted. I think there's a lot of favor towards a lot more simple but easy to use mantras like Exhaustion and oh fuck, I didn't even think about that. Exhaustion or Revenge. But in my opinion, right, I think while that is true, right, I think at the same time a lot of mantras as well that are usually considered more normal, like even things like Gale Lunge and Astral Winds, like you don't really see people being like, dude, we need to nerf Astral. Well, there were some cases where like, what's it called? It was going through block frames, for example, right? But you get what I'm saying, right? Like more normal, regular playstyles are usually like the ones that are the least complained about because like it's just more akin to, I guess, what was kind of how people usually played in verse 1, I guess. That's my take on it. It's also just, I think, another thing of like when you have somebody who's playing a little bit more interesting, like when I play my procedure, for example, right? I think it's fair that people complain about it because it's first off, it's definitely something you don't see, but the playstyle can be considered cheesy, and I understand that, right? Bro, my bad. Can you say my bad, please, bro? Bro, can you say, is this the motherfucker? Yeah, can you say my bad, bro? Can you say my bad, bro? You mind if you say my bad real quick so I can go into layer 2? Appreciate that. But as I was saying, right? Yeah, I feel like most of the time, and I kind of agree with it, man. Dude, if someone's like spamming a bunch of mantras, right? It's like I think a lot of people can usually agree that's really not the most fun thing to fight, I'd say. And it's more akin to what you like the playstyles you saw in verse 1, they were very simple oriented playstyles, like people who just use Exhaustion or Revenge. That's my personal reason as to why I think people end up
the build that they like.
I guess people end up preferring what's it called? Favoring those mantras over shit like fucking Shadow Seekers. You know what I mean, right? I don't know. I mean, hey, but when Rag was on the game, guess what build he was using? He was using mantras that were more akin to just regular M1 parry trade playstyles, akin to like a fucking lava eruption made like I play. You see what I mean, right? Like that's just how, I don't know, bro. I don't blame him for playing like that because I do think every other playstyle, there's definitely reasons you can complain about it.
Like to fight the least, no real balancing will ever get done. I don't know who needs to hear this, but having high elo and Deepwoken doesn't make you an enlightened being who automatically deserves to be on the balancing team. I'd go as far as to say, some of you niggas are very dumb. In my opinion, a game like Deepwoken should have a diverse balance team made up of people of various elo ranges, play styles, and even people who primarily play Overworld. Because in a game like Deepwoken,
Overworld, I agree.
Played in as many different
PvE
ways
probably you can throw in one.
Nobody is incorrect.
The problem is, right, like when you have two people who disagree on something, right? It's like, okay, let's just say we listen to them and we get like 600 elo motherfuckers, 700 elo motherfuckers, 800 elo motherfuckers in the PvP balancing team, right? Now, let's just say those guys all say, yo, I low-key think Astral Wind is too fast. I think it's too fast. I think it needs a nerf. How do you respond to that? You know what I mean? Like, what is the response? If all the competitive players are saying like, what? No, it's react to it. It's fine. But then the lower elo players are like, dude, it's too quick. I think it's too quick. The average player is not able to react to it. Who do you listen to, chat? What would you listen to? If somebody's, see what I mean, right? Who would you listen to? Would you listen to the, I don't know, bro. I feel like it's kind of tough to like kind of gauge out and form an opinion based on that. It's like, well, Is Astral Wind actually like too quick to react to? Do these comp players only have bias because it's a really good move? Like, I don't know, bro. But I feel like sometimes you run into, like, when I look at, like, for example, in the Deepwoken Discord, I'll see like a lot of balancing takes that it's just like, is it actually because X thing is busted, or is it just because this specific player, you know, it's like, I don't know, bro. That's just how I view it.
And we won't achieve good game balance by disregarding the opinions of those below 1500 elo. Also, little side piece, when you talk down to people lower elo,
I also think that a lot of times, right, I do think that a lot of times you will see some motherfuckers getting ganked. Anyway, I think a lot of times you will see what will end up happening is that play styles and builds will derive and trickle down, deadass, into lower elos. You will see it in lower elos because it originated as a playstyle in higher elos. An example, how many of you guys seen a player with daggers and like ice, for example? And what they'll do is, and after you get parried, right? Or after they parry, they use like ice smash. And you get guard broken, you take a shit ton of damage, right? Shit like that will trickle down from the top, right? And so a lot of times, do you understand what I'm saying? Like usually the complaints of a regular player won't even be that far off from some motherfuckers who are complaining about it in higher elo. Usually that shit will trickle down, in my opinion. I see that a lot, at least. I mean, lower elos, you'll find any sort of build, right? But you usually can see like trends and shit like that, especially when YouTubers make videos on shit like that too.
You don't sound cool or like.
Anyway, let's go to Hellmode though.
You're just being the weirdest kind of douchebag. Because unlike an actual competitive game, you don't get anything for playing this game at a high level. You can't put a down payment on a fucking car with your chime elo. And I know damn well 90% of you niggas don't monetize your fucking organizations. You don't sound cool or look cool when you do this corny shit. You're just being a fucking asshole. Be a normal person. I'm done talking now.
Yeah.
Please like the video if you enjoyed it.
Damn, that was it.
Comment what you think about Deepwoken balance right now.
Dang, I was hoping there'd be more. I'm not gonna lie. Let's go to Hellmode though, I guess. Let's go.
Personally hate it, to be honest. Subscribe. I haven't gained a subscriber since 2018, like I said earlier. It's so bad, it's terrible. Please subscribe. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Now, like I said, I think a lot of times though it's very obvious. I think there's like the way I would describe it is the reason why I like Chime Discord as well. They're the first people to spot things that a lot of other people don't immediately notice or don't know is strong because it hasn't been seen to the public yet, right? I think that's also very nice. Like you'll see like a balance change, like, wait, what? Why did this get changed, right? But a lot of times I think some of those changes are just like it was busted up in higher elos as well, and it has a very real chance of potentially trickling down into being busted in elo or overall, right? I do think though that more overall balance would be nice. I think overall balance, there's a lot of different things that you probably need to do for overall. If you really want overall to like be balanced, I think what will end up happening is that you will basically have to essentially kill a lot of builds. I gotta be honest. I think a lot of builds that a lot of people are like, dude, wait, well, this build, like, you know, they put a lot of effort into it being like a unique build, right? I think a lot of people will end up, you know, getting that sort of build nerfed, bro. On bell. Everybody on bell. Everyone back to base. Yeah, cumulative scaling being broken. Bro, why is this scoop on my meat? I actually don't want to fight a scoop on it. Gale Hero Blade. Fuck off. How many unique builds have you seen in high elo? How many unique builds? What do you define as unique is the question. Like, okay. Like, yeah, exactly. What do you define as unique? Unique builds, huh? I feel like everything is fully balanced around Chime. Well, like I said, I think some overall balancing, but I feel like low-key some overall balancing, which I think they have done. I think they've done a fair amount of Chime, sometimes overall balancing. But I think a lot of overall balancing, they might just have to kill the playstyle. Like, for example, mobility. see, like, how do you fix mobility in Overworld, right? And I was thinking about it, and you might just have to literally kill the playstyle to like fix. That's an Overworld issue, right? You might just have to kill it. I'm serious, bro. I was looking thinking about it, like, no matter what, you might just have to, in order to fix it, you might just have to kill it, bro. Because no matter what, as long as you have any sort of mobility advantage, right, with multiple mobility matches and an oath as well, or any sort of oath that gives you some sort of extra mobility option, right? As long as you have those options stacked up against another player, there's nothing you can do as a... You see what I mean, right? I don't know, man. Yeah, I think it's one of those things where it's like... They might have to... It depends on what the devs want to do. Hawker trying to get every build that's not his nerfed? Bro. Bro, my assassin build literally has 100 agility and has 2 mobility shits on it, man. That shit is mobility, bro. Bro, I literally nerfed my... Bro, the shadow build I made... I just made a shadow build. Literally, Shadow Alchemist. 2 things that I've gotten nerfed. What the hell is this? Bro, 2 out of 10 rage bait, bro. Come on now. Oh, bro, I literally have nerfs for the... I switched to Lava Serpent, man. Holy shit, dude. Y'all want to see the nerfs I have planned for that, too? Well, a lot of the stuff I play on, I end up having to suggest nerfs for, bro. And I do have a couple ideas for a Lava Eruption. Unfortunately, I know Lava Eruption users... Lava Eruption is brain dead. I don't care. It's brain dead right now. Bro, Shadow has been getting hit with the nerfs, bro. And in my opinion, I still think in Overworld it performs so good. It's not even funny. Vinshaper is so slept on. Vinshaper? Yeah, Vinshaper is slept on. When you find a motherfucker who knows what they're doing with Vinshaper, it becomes one of the most annoying oaths to deal with. I mean, to be fair, it's the illusion oath. It's always... It's basically bound to be fucking annoying by that nature, but... I don't know, bro. Yeah, I feel like overall balance, though, man. It's... a lot that... It's I think it's a little bit more tough. Because there's just like a lot of really specific things that can end up being busted in Overworld, right? And all those things usually culminate together, and you have a few specific of those that become common, right? So I don't know. Like, for example, right? Okay, how do you balance Link Strider, for example, right? Like, some people think Link Strider is like the most busted thing in the world, and some people think it's just okay, right? Like, do you nerf, like, how would you nerf Link Strider, right? The only thing I've seen so far is, at the moment, they just nerf the cooldown, right? But some people don't think it needs a nerf. But some people think it does. Some people think, see what I mean? There's, I don't know. No, I think there's like a lot of ideas. Can't blame the dev. Sometimes it's hard to know which one's the right one. Hell, even some of the shit I suggested, like, bro, like, fucking, sometimes you need to test some shit out and see if it works. If not, revert. You know what I mean? It's hard to, I don't know, bro. Make it so if you're linked to people, your movement speed is nerfed, and all speed buffs are nerfed by 50%. Bro. So what you're encouraging is for people to link you, heal you, and then immediately take the link off. See what I mean? Like, bro, some ideas are just like, bro. That's literally what that's all you would do. You would link somebody, heal them, take it off. Because then why would you want them? That's like the opposite of what link is supposed to be. It's supposed to be you link up to them and you're giving them like support by giving them a damage and defense buff as well as occasional healing. How about we focus on other parts of the game instead of just straight being better instead of just straight nerfs? Bro, sometimes other parts of the game include, well, okay, what parts of the game are we talking about? There's PvP and PvE, brother. 50% of the game is affected by those nerfs. So in order to enjoy some parts of the game, you need those nerfs. You can't just ignore the issues, bro. That's how you kind of run into the situation right now. That's literally what's been happening, actually. Literally, look at the update logs and you'll see like all those weeks where they add like a bunch of like, where they add like all those legendaries. There was very little balancing. They did exactly that, and now guess what? People were seeing balancing really bad. So clearly that wasn't working. Combat tech should have damage reduction for each run. How? Okay, well, how would that work if you have like a 6v6, right? If you have a 6v6 and you have a combat tag reduction, does everybody just get like minus 20% or 30%? Wouldn't that just make fights way longer for team battles? Or is it supposed to be like a what? Maybe you reduce it if you have allies in the server? How would you work it? Check for allies? What if your allies are not next to you? What if you're like running like a 1v5 and you have like 2 allies in the server but they're like coming to you? Like, do you count that or not? Or like, is it only if they're right next to you? Bro, I'm just saying, bro, like a lot of different things you gotta. I think at the end of the day, for me though, as long as they just try something new to fix up something, I don't mind what they do to try to fix balancing. As long as they bring something new and we get some changes that end up making ganks feel different. But like I said, a lot of times it's hard to figure out what the right option is, because there's a lot you have to think about. And there's a lot that happens when you have a broad change, right? Like I remember, I think like I thought about it, like an example was like, okay, an example would be like let's just say like whenever you place down a Void Spire, right? What if a Void Spire literally made it to where it's actually a Void Zone and you got Void Zone healing from campfires? So basically you barely could heal from campfires. Like how, that could change up the game a lot. You know what I mean? Like that could change up the game drastically. In a gank, you know what I mean? Like in a gank scenario, that could change a lot. You know what I mean? That's a Raguzer change? That is a Raguzer change. But I'm just saying, right? It's like, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, good video, bro. I'm not gonna lie, good video. Damn, my phone's on 10%. Hold on, give me a sec. Fuck. I was gonna go grab my charger real quick. Whatever, I'll just put myself in somewhere safe. Let me go back to here. We need ways to chase. Okay. Got my charger, guys. Alright. Just on the charger. Fix Gladiator Q, it's impossible to game mode? Really? Gladiator Qs are broken. Do more progression videos. You only made 2 in the past 6 months. I actually do have another progression video coming out soon. It's going to be on my Shadow King build. The new version of the Shadow King build. Yes, that's right. They buffed fucking Blue Gem by accident. So I could probably put max modifiers with no issues. Cooking Stream 1, perhaps one day. Bro, how do I already have it? How do I already have max insanity? Or like approaching max insanity? No, but seriously, I just started the hell mode, bro. How? Non-debound moment? Yeah, I know. When is the big announcement? I don't know. I actually don't know. I can't lie to you. Darker plus Brood Lord? Yeah, I notice. I think that is what it is, yeah. Pretty annoying. What can I say? I'm not surprised. Alright, let's see what I get. Idols. It's like Alright, I guess. Ring of Casters, Freestyler, Divers Light Plate. Kind of mid. Could have been better, I'm not gonna lie, could have been better. No Moon's Eye. Rough, no Moon's Eye. Hop on Rogue, maybe. What did they add to chess? I got one idol and nothing else. One idol only is crazy. What the hell? I'm gonna go clear my sanity real quick. Alright, next video. Was there a Dan VR video? Oh, let me see if there's a Dan VR video real quick. Oh, it was only the mod one. There was actually a Ray Contour video that looked interesting. Why does Deepwoken keep doing this?
With Deepwoken's latest update, they added yet another legendary weapon, which is unsurprising at this point and unimpressive. The Blood Fowler is a legendary greatsword in the style of a katana or adachi, and while yes, I do believe every attunement in the game should get a legendary for fairness sake, and Bloodrend did need some sort of legendary weapon, it is becoming quite excessive at this point. But this does raise a few problems. Legendary weapons, as their names imply, are meant to be legendary, and while I think it's only fair that every attunement gets a legendary weapon of some sort, because excluding any would just be unfair for people who like those attunements more, why are there so many? I understand having attunements with dedicated weapons, but even stats have dedicated weapons at this point. There's a spear that scales on fortitude, a set of scythe that scales on intelligence, a great sword with a laser embedded on it that for some reason scales on charisma. Like, what, am I talking harsh words into this sword to shoot it up with negative energy so it can fire like a railgun? That was off topic, but there's just way too many, and they don't even make sense. 47 legendary weapons in the game right now, including Hero's Blades, is absolutely insane. And another big drawback is the fact that legendary weapons are usually just too good with no downside.
Hey, you thought you came in and get away with it, you little freshy fuck, huh? Little freshy fuck, yeah. Where you going, buddy? I'ma kill you. I'ma kill you. I'm gonna kill you! Yeah! You better jump off. Oh, no. No, I'm murking you. Come here. Yeah, where you go? Where'd you go, buddy? Nah. No, actually, where did he actually go? I actually despawned him, bro. What the hell? Okay. I didn't mean for that. My bad, bro.
Or, you know, they're just straight up trash. There really is no middle ground.
Oh yeah, 2, 3, and 7. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe he wasn't there to begin with. Bro, I'm like the king of getting 5-minute suspensions, bro. I hope, bro, that would suck if I ever try to get like content creator, like the star thing, and they like notice I have like literally like fucking 100 5-minute suspensions. Fuck, I might be cooked. Why are you watching Ray Hunter video? Because, I mean, it was an interesting topic.
Legendary weapons. It's either the best weapon for whatever build uses that sort of attunement and weapon stat, or it is just not worth using. There's nothing that's just a side grade or balance in comparison to other weapons in the game. So there's almost zero reason to ever run a non-legendary weapon on any build.
Except on the Agamatsu Shadow Salchemist Heavy build. You can run a weapon over Crit Blade. Yes, that's right. Only on my build. Only on my build. And it makes sense. Maybe. Maybe not. Actually, no, maybe. Actually, maybe not. Nah, maybe. The Rogmuller don't do Bro, Rogmuller was cooking, bro. What are you talking about? The Rogmuller was cooking. That knockdown, holy fuck, that sets up so much BS. But maybe I'll think about using Crypt on it sometimes. Rogmuller's a one trick, I can't lie. No, Rogmuller's nasty. Especially the fucking, like, yahoo! Jump. You can do the jump tech. The jump tech, the knockdown. Crib with fillet and season it? Hell no, bro. Crypt definitely has more M1 damage for my build specifically, but it doesn't have the Yahoo mobility move, and doesn't have a knockdown, which I can use to confirm into clutching, which I can use to maybe confirm into another move and get a free insignia. Anyway, what's her? Am I gonna join? Let's join. I'm gonna join Steadfast Fisherman, Illinois.
Because there's literally a legendary or multiple for every stat, and they're basically always the best choice. Except for the Light's Final Toll, that one's just trash now. This game already lacks build variety because talents are pretty much all run the same, so why add new legendary weapons every update that make any weapon variety invalid because now everyone is running a certain attunement and weapon stat is locked into using that dedicated legendary without any real option unless you want to handicap yourself. Like really, if you're going Gale Medium, are you going to run anything other than the Curve Blade of Wind?
Oh yes, bro. I've seen people run up different options all the time. I've seen Curve Blade with, or maybe see Gale with Curse Blade. I've seen it with Spear. There you go, 2 things. I've seen it with Imperial Staff. I don't know, bro. I've seen different options before. It's not like it's only with. I feel like Curved is a much better example of like where a legendary weapon should be on the power scale compared to other legendary weapons. Can we agree on that? Can we just agree on that, bro? I feel like Curved is like a proper, like, I'll say Curved is what a attunement weapon should be, right? And then what I'll say is, here's my take. I think that in terms of unique mechanics, I really like that. I think like legendary weapons being like, okay, this is for like extra stats and like a little unique crit, or like relic weapons having unique mechanics altogether. That's fire. I like that idea a ton. Okay, Witherblade, I know it's like, well, Witherblade wasn't like that, but they might consider something new. Who knows? But the time skip relic, mwah, that is a proper relic weapon. Unique mechanic. I mean, time skipping cooldowns? Come on, man. We've never seen that. That's great. I love that shit. They can definitely do something unique with it, bro. I literally said, bro, make it wither your ether, man. Make it start to wither your ether and wither away your ether, maybe a max like 70%. You can go down all the way to 7%, no more. I don't know, something like that. You know what I mean? Like, okay, like, at least it has a new mechanic that's exclusive to it. You know what I mean? Like that, I think shit like that is cool for relic weapons. For legendary weapons, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, well, all hate's already cooked. But, yes, bro, like a relic weapon that like inspires a lot of build ideas is perfect. Vortex Echo is probably my top 3 most favorite weapons in the game, bro. I love the ideas I have with that thing. Alright, everybody on the bell. Alright, ring and run.
Wins? No, exactly. Because it's good, it's not hard to get, and it scales with the build you're already making better than any other weapon.
Or was anybody else hoping that those like little books that you got for Blood Valor was like for something else? Like I was hoping it was like Blood Valor plus a new secret, like I don't know, that was just me. I mean, that's cool. I like the attainment, but like, damn, I was hoping it was like, I hope it was like something different. I don't know. But I'm okay with it though. I don't mind. I was just hoping for a little bit, something like it just felt like something different. No shot? What do you mean no shot? Oh yeah, y'all talking about something else. If people worship drone gods like are considered cultists, then are Sober Schools making a vow with the drone god? Maybe. There was no way. There was no way what? They need more shadow drops? Yeah, I like shadow drops. Those are fire. Because I didn't know about the books and how to obtain Blood Valor. So I was like, oh, like when I saw the books, I was like, damn, did they do like another thing where like Tester didn't know? I was like, okay, that's cool, right? And then, well, it turns out it was for the Blood Valor, but it was just the books. Yes, bruh. Yes, I'm sorry to tell you, bro. Unfortunately, it was just the books. Yes. I really thought, yeah, bit of a womp situation, but I mean, at least it has a cool method. I was thinking it was gonna be like some crazy edict level search or something like that. I don't know. Just my thoughts.
Could. If legendaries had some sort of downside other than not being enchantable, then maybe we could see some side grades. But the only downside being enchants doesn't really mean much with how weak most enchants are today. Like, realistically, in a chain of command, enchants are pretty low as far as what will be the decider for you winning or losing a fight. Your build, skill level, armor kit, even your PC specs probably make more of a difference than any enchant usually will, except for pre-nerf vampirism, but vampirism is significant.
I feel like obfuscation has, like, you can make a lot of difference with obfuscation, but True. Anyway.
And I don't think it's really that great anymore. And when the best weapons in the game are unenchantable, those enchants aren't usually worth switching for. Which is just kind of lame, because enchants used to be good, and although this video isn't about enchants, I wanted to bring up another argument about rarity, which I'll talk about in a second. But I do feel like the legendaries should have some sort of downsides other than not being enchantable, because right now, most of them are just the best things for any given build. Now back to that argument about rarity, nothing in Deepwoken is rare anymore. In an effort to counteract the old stigma of Deepwoken being too grindy back on early release, haha, I said stigma, they both buffed the drop rates of basically everything in the game and added more of everything in the game. For those of you who don't know, in old Deepwoken, enchants and legendary weapons were actually really rare.
They were. Bro, old Crypt Blade was... I can't believe it. I actually was so surprised that Crypt Blade even existed. That is... was it even... I don't even know. I actually, to this day, I have no clue how it was dropped. I actually don't... Was it Depths? It had to be, right? It was Depths, right? It was so rare that people, like... that's insane. That's an insane rarity. I think it was even rarer than Rogue. It was more rare than anything in Rogue, for sure. Like, early days when people thought it wasn't even supposed to be in the game, sort of rarity. Like, people... It was like a mythical, like, urban legend fucking sort of weapon. Like, that's insane. You would never see something like that in Deep. Technically, Dormant, like, was approaching that, but... Nah, Dormant's like old enchant, basically, right? Or like, bro, like, I don't even think, I didn't even see anyone with Crypt Blade. I didn't even see nobody, bro. No.
To 1 on your weapon because Lapis didn't exist. Which, by the way, at that point in time, the enchant rate was like 0.25%.
Really?
Which is rare, but I don't think it's like impossible with how much loot you get from chests, you know? So I think it's actually a pretty fair rate, especially for the PvE players who are going to be playing all day. Which, yeah, the enchants were also super broken at one point, which wasn't good for game's balance. But with how weak they are now, I wouldn't mind going back to that rarity to at least make them feel satisfying to get, rather than just another chore in making a build. Like, literally, they have enchants.
I mean, the problem is, though, is like, they don't feel satisfying to get, really, because you kind of just want to get out. Like, they did that with the new enchant, bro. They made that shit, like, rare and only attainable in 2 places, and, like, immediately everyone was like, bro, this... Even, bro, I remember I was literally farming at high for, like, an hour, and I actually wanted to shoot myself. Like, dog, what the fuck? I got it, and I was, like, I was relieved because I was tired of fucking farming. It was, like, actually annoying. Like, what I would do, I would just hop in, kill the Hive Lords, log. Like, that's it for, like, an hour. What the... That wasn't really fun, bro. And I thought about it, I was like, dude, I can't believe, like... I mean, okay, this is... If it was me doing hell mode for an hour, no, that's different. But that was actually, like, it was brain dead, bro. Like, it was brain dead fucking rarity. You know, there's dead prog, and then there's, like... Or there's dead rare, and then there's, like, brain dead rare. You know? And brain dead rare is more like when something feels like it shouldn't be as rare. Or like Dormant, like, okay, Vortex Echo, like, those feel appropriately rare. Raymond's enchant, like, I mean, bro, it's an enchant, you know what I mean? Like, it's, I don't know.
Stones now. You can just decide which one you want. It's not even, like, luck-based at all anymore, unless you just want a random enchant. And while
at least we got a new enchant, though.
Get an enchant. Before you blame the difference in enchants from the last Chime, consider the fact that the enchant probably wasn't the difference maker there. Now, while I do like rarity and certain things like goals that you can reach, or in this case, enchants seem more exciting, the extreme side of that isn't fun, and Deepwoken has experimented on both sides of that scale. Legendary weapons are overinflated in more ways than one. They're nowhere near as rare as they used to be, making them always a big part of the meta because they're good and remain rigid on builds with certain stats. But also, adding new ones as fast as possible without build-up just makes them super common. The last good legendary addition was the Pleetsky's Inferno. The quests and everything to do with that weapon was really well done. But when
honestly, yeah, I do, yeah, Pleetsky's, bro, that was cool.
Devs add a new weapon just to put no effort into the obtainment and slap it into a loot pool for it to be found 20 minutes after the update drops. It isn't cool, satisfying, or even slightly rare. And usually they drop too strong, so they'll define the meta for a week before getting nerfed and either falling.
Honestly, low-key. Oh, Curse Winter was also cool. Yeah, Curse Winter was also cool. Nah, yeah, I feel like low-key, like, the most lackluster part is, like, the obtainment really can define something. I can't lie. Obtainment, I mean, to be fair, though, like, Vortex had, like, new parts you had to get. Dormant Splinter also had, like, a new area you go to. And on top of that, I don't know, there was, like, a long-ass search. Now, to be fair, Dormant Splinter, I don't think was exactly completely finishable. buy, you know, the shits, but I don't know. Yeah, the other shits though, I feel like I think the weakest one was like Wraith Claw. Like you just found like a random human. I don't know, it's weak. But yeah, the other ones are really cool.
In the meta, or just being garbage. And then back to that extreme case of unfun rarity that I was talking about is the Dormant Splinter. Technically not a legendary.
Honestly, Deep Spindle was also pretty damn cool. Because chat, Deep Spindle it had Darkened Bastion, it had the helmet, like it had the spindle itself. Like honestly, Deep Spindle was also really like a new area you TP to with Shadow. Like honestly, Deep Spindle was also really cool too. I can't lie. Honestly, like most of those legend weapons and that like legendary weapon, like I think they were pretty damn cool. Here's my thoughts, at least. Then, like, you had some that were just, like, after that, they were just kind of weak obtainments. Like, Iron Requiem, Rosen's Hellflame, the fucking Scythe. Well, the Scythe isn't a legendary, but, like, all those were just kind of, like, they were just in the loophole, right, for, like, Ceramide, right? I don't even know how some of them are tamed. Some of them are just, like, they feel very just kind of there. But yeah, definitely that's where, like, what, Curse Wind Repleatski, Deep Spindle, Vortex Echo. I mean, it was later too, but still, like, I like the crafting part. Like, that felt cool. Dormant Splinter, the whole hunt. I mean, that was interesting. Yeah, I don't know. That was my favorite one. Yeah, Quartzstone was just
a relic weapon.
It's
supposed to be rare, but it still, you know, kind of falls into the niche of all these weapons.
Don't even. Oh. Look, no hate. I fucking love the devs, but dog, I don't want to see no jobs again, man. Bro, I'm sorry, bro. That is literally like, you know, like Bow Crusher is like when you're in class and the teacher says your homework is due and you start doing the homework when she you like scribble down as much as you can before she like comes to your side of the table and you're all the way in the back. That is fucking Boat Crusher, man. Fuck me. Like, I love the devs, but come on, man. Jobs gotta be like the most lackluster way you can get a weapon, bro. Because like it's not even rare. It's like you just wait for the shit to appear on the job board, you kill the motherfucker, and there you go. I'm sorry, bro.
Thing was basically done to be the opposite.
Hellbreaker 2. That Hellbreaker. Well, I think Hellbreaker might have been the. Yeah, Hellbreaker is definitely like the most forgotten weapon out in history. That shit came for like not even like a day or two and then left. Nobody remembered. Like seeing a Hellbreaker player is like that's like a lucky omen. You know, like there's like bad omens. That's a lucky omen if you see a fucking Hellbreaker player, man. I mean, dude, you gotta be quite lucky to find one of those motherfuckers.
Rare drop rate to the point people.
What's Hellbreaker exactly? Oh, Fractine. Okay, but in Fractine's defense, right? I think was that the first time they did like the little Void Island shit. Nah, you know what the biggest disappointment was though, bruh? I think Fractine was when they introduced those like threshers with like the fucking like white lightning on them. First off, what the fuck, man? Dude, this looks like this could have been something. Void like that sounds so sick. What the fuck? Is it? It's you! What did you? It's you, bruh. I'm keeping you as like a, you know, like how I'm gonna keep it as like a tag along, like a human sacrifice. If I'm ever getting ganked, if I need a Reaper, I get Bell and I get Reaper. I'm gonna keep you around for that. Yeah. Now these guys, Void, what? They have less health. They have less health than a regular Thresher. Nah, these guys are the biggest miss in Deepwoken, bro. They could have done something really cool with them. Give them like a new status effect, new something. Do they do anything? Hold on, Void. There is a unique version of the Thresher known as Void Thresher, which is the same with less health. What? Then, oh, hold on now. Hold on now. Give me 3 autos, not bad. Okay. Wait, Diver's Light Plate. Shit. Okay. Anything else? A bunch of useless loot. Okay. Nothing new. As I was saying, right? Yeah, dude, like, bro, the Threshers could have been something super cool, and they're super lame. No Moon's Eyes. I told you, bro. They're making Moon's Eyes rare. Like, they made Moon's Eyes rare, man. And low key, like, I'm kind of worried about losing Moon's Eyes. I can't even lie to you. And I've done like what 7 or 8 hell modes so far. Not one Moon's Eye. I think not, or maybe I only got one. It's rough, bro. I can't lie to you. It's rough. Bro, it's tough.
This wasn't done well either. There is no rewarding quest. The weapon isn't good since it leads into another quest. So you spend all of that time farming for a...
Do they nerf relic chances? No, they buffed the loot of hell mode, but they nerfed the moon's eye drop rate from hell mode. Diluvian drops it? Oh, does it? Okay. Hey, we can do Diluvian and Fallen if you want. We can do like a 5-man or actually no, even a 2-man. I can hop on my PV.
Broken weapon just to do another quest that isn't fun, has no reward other than the weapon, and it's not worth doing. And guess where you get it? A normal loot pool, except now instead of the medially high drop rates,
actually,
the drop
I
rate
think
is abysmally low. So in order to try and counter the overinflation of rare weapons, they just made it rarer without any effort or thought put behind it in the slightest. And then the weapon has its own quest that isn't even good. You literally just have to craft it with non-rare ingredients. None of the ingredients are special, so it's not like, oh, go on a quest, go to the farthest reach of the map and find these rare ingredients and fight things and steal it from a monkey or something. It's just ingredients that you can find in, like, playing the game. The Witherblade crest...
Wait, what are you talking about?
Good. You counter the overinflation of rare weapons, they just made it rarer without any...
I look, I wasn't listening.
Fun, has no reward other than the weapon, and it's not worth doing. And guess where you get it? A normal loot pool, except now instead of the medially high weapons, this thing was basically done to be the is the Dormant Splinter. Technically not a legendary, but it's a relic weapon and it's supposed to be rare, but it's still, you know, kind of falls into the niche of all these weapons. This thing was basically done to be the opposite of all the overinflated common legendaries, boasting an insanely rare drop rate to the point people spent days to weeks trying to find this weapon. Except this wasn't done well either. There is no rewarding quest. The weapon isn't good since it leads into another quest, so you spend all of that time farming for a broken weapon just to do another quest that isn't fun, has no reward other than the weapon, and it's not worth doing. And guess where you get it? A normal loot pool, except now instead of the medially high drop rates, the drop rate is abysmally low. So in order to try and counter the overinflation of rare weapons, they just made it rarer without any effort or thought put behind it in the slightest. And then the weapon has its own quest that isn't even good. You literally just have to craft it with non-rare ingredients. None of the ingredients are special, so it's not like, oh, go on a quest, go to the farthest reach of the map and find these rare ingredients and fight things and steal it from a monkey or something. It's just ingredients that you can find in, like, playing the game. The Witherblade crest just sucks. Same with the...
What do y'all think, chat? Y'all think Witherblade quest just kind of sucks? Witherblade wasn't that great.
Fondant Splinter quest. It's really the same thing, except the Fondant Splinter is slightly cheaper to craft. Not that either of them are fairly expensive, though, because they're just pretty common ingredients. Everything about this drop is probably one of the worst Deepwoken updates ever made.
Didn't make much sense. Yes. Nah, it's cool, just poorly done. Okay. The hunt was amazing. The reward was disappointing. Chad, did y'all like the hunt? June's blundered it like crazy.
The Witherblade and the Dormant Splinter was just so terribly done. And the reason why they did it was because I remember they were doing polls asking if players liked rarity and if players liked quests to do things. So the players said, oh yeah, we like rarity and we like quests. So they made the weapon...
The hunt was only cool because people wanted to be first.
Extremely rare to the
point
where
awful.
It's just unfun to grind for. And then they made a quest for it without really putting any thought or effort behind it. So while yeah, the cold...
So what would you... So you guys don't really want... When they do these polls, I don't know if they ever did a poll like that. The hunt was fun if you weren't the one in it. Probably. I think what would be interesting, chat, in my opinion, I think what a lot of Deepwoken rare items and hunts are is usually mindless grind, right? I think this is my biggest issue. I think my biggest issue is that at the end of the day, the hunt is just mindless grind into finding tedious obtainment, right? Which, okay, for Deepwoken it's been like that, right? But in my opinion, I think a really good hunt could be, for example, right? I think it'd be... Well, how do I word this? There's two things I think they could do, right? I think that if they want to, I think it'd be really interesting if like there was like a hunt that led into a secret hardcore boss fight. That's like, okay, everyone figured out the hunt, and now you also have to lock in for this boss fight to get said thing, right? Which I think would be better. And then, like, instead of, like, the hunt being, like, the long-term grind process, like, you know how, like, oh, in order to get Dormant Splinter, you have to sit there and just grind mindlessly doing bullshit? No one really likes that. I'm gonna keep it a buck, right? I think it'd be much more interesting if the hunt was figuring out that there was a quest, right? Or figuring out that there was a boss fight to begin with. But to begin with, the boss fight is as hard as Enmity, if not harder. And then the drop from the hard boss fight is the thing you hunted for, right? Or like the rare thing, maybe some other drops, right? So in a sense, instead of it being like, oh, I farmed 50 hours to find the Dormant Splinter and then go on a search, it's like, okay, everybody in the community was searching for a week, which led into you finding a boss fight. Everyone's like, wait, what? There's a secret like a maestro sort of thing, right? You find there's like a secret boss fight, and then it's like, okay, now the part of you trying to get the weapon is you defeating the hard ass boss. That way, you know, the hunt is a good hunt because like everyone, well, yeah, they have to make the hunt good, but you get what I'm saying, right? The hunt is memorable and not as hated because like there isn't a grind attached to it. And it's like, damn, now there's also a good loot. Like, that's basically what they did with Maestro, and people loved it. Chat, did they not? I'm pretty sure everyone can agree here. Maestro was, like, fucking great. I think Maestro was great. Besides, like, the, you know, like, everyone's always talking about, like, the, like, what about the, you know, the AFK farm? Besides that, Maestro was great. A secret led into a boss fight, and the boss fight just gave you the fucking secret, it just gave you the weapon when you beat it. Do that! Just literally do that! Like, bro, that's fire. Now, instead, in the future, they could do the same thing, but now you have to fight, like, Enmity's brother or some shit like that. And then you get fucking Dormant Splinter 2. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, bro. I think that'd be a lot more interesting. Especially if it's, like, a hardcore solo fight. I know motherfuckers been waiting for a solo fight that's really hard. I know some motherfuckers craving that. So, yeah, they can go crazy. Any RPG parts of the game that are sparked up from this drug were by Ultra... were made up from the ground by Ultra Access at this point. I don't know how much was hers, but RPG elements, maybe.
Forge does have some cool lore implications. It doesn't have anything good to do with gameplay, and it sucks, and it's boring, which is just really lame.
I need to get
when
at least
everyone
25
hated
of
this,
these.
they went straight back to the old method with the Blood Fowler, because the only thing less terrible than spending a week trying to find a weapon that has no effort put into it is spending 20 minutes to find a weapon that has no effort put into it. Both suck, but at least one won't waste a week's worth of time, because either way, that 20 minutes you spend not having fun is better than the 2 weeks you'll spend trying to find the Dormant Splinter. And the worst part is that these weapons don't really add anything to the game. It seems like they exist solely for PvP players, so that way the devs can try and shake up the meta without it getting stale. Deepwoken was initially a heavy lore and PvE focused game before it released. So why did the devs try this hard for the PvP side of the game, just adding new weapons with minimal balancing and slapping a legendary title on it because it's easier to make an appealing new weapon if it's legendary? It's just lame. And back to the PvP community, why are they trying so hard to appease them exactly? Like, I remember the devs saying they wouldn't add private servers or anything like that to Deepwoken, which, you know, Chime of Conflict might as well just be a 1v1 private server because you can sit in there infinitely and there is no downside at all to fighting people in there. It's just lame.
But I ain't gonna lie, that's a verse 1 argument, bruh. Like, that shit is long overdue. You gotta live with that at this point, buddy.
The last good PvE update was like 20 years ago at this point, because it was the Broodlord edition, and that wasn't even that good.
Oh no, what? Bro, Enmity's still fire, man. Don't get it twisted. Bro, what? Last good PvE update? Hell no. Ward events, look, as much as the issues that came from ward events, like, fundamentally speaking, fire as fuck. Enmity fire, World Serpent fire. Okay, Parasol, you got me. Fucking Carnival, you got me. But even then, if they just fix it, my nigga, damn. If they just fixed it, all would have been fire. Just do that. Literally, but I get what he's saying, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think it was good. I don't think it was, like, terrible. I think it has its issues, but, like, bro, just with, like, a few fixes, you're set. I think they're basically set. I'd love to see more, you know, more shits like that, you know what I mean? I might need another bank slot, I can't lie. I have too much shit in my bank. Enmity was the biggest issue with the update, but it gave us bigger HP sponges. Enmity was biggest issue with the update? What? Really? You think Enmity was the biggest issue? Nah, hell nah. Parasol, bro, Enmity was the biggest issue with the World Events update? There's literally 2 broken bosses or events. Bro, I think Enmity was the best part of it. Unless you're talking about, like, fundamentally speaking. Even then, bro, I think we needed that. I definitely think we needed it. Build block content, okay, that I can definitely see what you're referring to. Literally, anytime I've tried to fight fucking Enmity on, like, my LFT build or, like, my fucking, like, my Bozo build, I get washed. I literally can do nothing. I can understand what you're saying. I'm not gonna lie. But I think at the same time, though, that... this is what I'll say. Is that... I think that's an issue, you know, that is an issue with Enmity. But I also think that's an issue with them letting PvE get a little bit out of hand. And I think giving a lot of builds too much PvE power without kind of properly balancing shit, right? Because, bro, if you have these builds that are just so powerful and ahead of everything else without any proper balancing, then yeah, if they try and make new hardcore content, it seems like they have to balance around it. I think at the end of the day, they need to buff up the weaker builds, and then unfortunately, eventually, nerf up some of those strong builds, and then rebalance based around that. Or maybe just buff everything else up to the almost midpoint / 70% point. But yeah, if they want to bring those builds up, I think a part of it's also bringing those, because those builds are good for a reason, right? It's like, I don't know, if they try to like overly buff every other part, like for example, like being able to fight a boss on Fist, right? Then the Fist might end up becoming like the new real best thing because they overly buffed it too much, right? I don't know. You can almost do everything on PvE, it's just slower. Okay. I'm gonna keep going back to Castellet. Anyway, as I was saying, right? Yeah. I don't know, bro. I feel like, yeah, that's true, bro. But at the end of the day, like now we have something like Enmity where, honestly, to a point, yes, you can just be a parry demon and take 40 or 30 minutes to fight something. But at the end of the day, like once you start getting harder bosses, that's not going to be true anymore. And it feels like they almost have to limit themselves, because if they do end up making a boss that's even more tough than Enmity, then you really will be locked out of doing the build, because at the end of the day, the longer it takes for you to fight a boss, the more mistakes you can make. And unless you're literally like fucking Jesus, fucking pairing everything, right? They might eventually, I feel like it just feels inevitable that they're going to run into that issue. So I feel like even if it is true right now, I think eventually it will have to be changed up. And I think at the same time, nobody likes fighting a boss and then they see another build just doing like 3 or 4 times the damage, and if they take way long, that doesn't feel good. Like, yeah, you can beat like fucking, I don't know, you can beat, you know, a lot of fucking bosses in Elden Ring as level 1, like, you know what I'm saying, like at the lowest levels, right? But that doesn't mean that there shouldn't be leveling and being able to get gear, even if it takes longer. If it takes longer, that means it's going to be much harder. Do you see what I'm saying, right? So, like, I don't think that's the best argument, because, like, eventually that leads into the boss eventually feeling impossible. Especially if you fight it, like, if they add a hardcore solo boss. I don't know, bro. I feel like that's a bit of it. You're going to dig yourself into a hole, no? You can get around that by making non-instance content. There's a risk of PvP, therefore it's a risk you don't have full PvP glass cannon. True, I do agree with you there, Skipper. Like, this build is both PvE and PvP ready, because I know people are going to gank me in the depths. Like what just happened. I don't know what happened to that fuck nigga, but I'm just saying, like, I agree, but I don't know. I do think let's see. I don't know how much more content they're going to end up putting in Overlord for PvE, but I do agree with that. I can see what you're saying. At the same time, though, what ends up happening because you have that is that now you're always going to have a divide. I think at bare minimum, bruh. This guy TP. Appreciate that. I think bare minimum, bro. I think hellmode's still the gold standard for PvE content. Honestly, gold standard. I don't know. I like Enmity a lot. I can't. I like both. I can't lie. I like anything that has some risk to it, but I don't know. I agree that we need PvE, more of that as well. But it's like at the same time, like it doesn't feel good if you get ganked and you can't do anything. Like you imagine you have good PvP ability, and it's like I feel like a lot of times you can feel like you have such a disadvantage if you're just on a PvP build. Which I get it, right? There's the differences, but it's like I don't know. I think the gap. I don't think the gap should be eliminated, but I think the gap should be a lot closer, right? I think both of the extremes should be a lot closer to each other. That's my thoughts. So it's not like I'm saying like, oh, they need to make like brick wall and not as all this bullshit for other builds that could potentially be good, or they don't need to make like PV specific things not as good, but more so just like, bro, I think biggest thing just make DVM and monster. Just make it to where at least motherfuckers can run this and still have good DVM damage. That is that's it, bro. Armor matters so much, man. It's insane. Quite a few PvEs can fight back in PvP. You're at a disadvantage, but you can win or escape. I don't know. I think the advantage is pretty huge. I can't even lie to you. I think the advantage is pretty massive. As long as they're echoes, like as in you get it every build automatically, or like you unlock it with echoes. Man, honestly, I don't care at the end of the day. As long as it's something. Appreciate it. Uh-oh. Hey, I'm out. Echo upgrades. Yeah, I can't lie. Echoes are... I fucking hate echoes. I can't even lie to you. I hate echoes. Echo farming is not fun. I'd rather it be like you have to fight every PvE boss or some bullshit. And then once you win, you unlock it for your character or slot. Or your fucking entire account. Something like that, bro. I don't know. Something like that, bro. I'd rather have that. Like a bonus per boss? Maybe. I don't know. I think it'd be interesting if it was like they changed it to where like you have to do like a PvE challenge. Could you imagine if they had like a bonus like 2 or 3% DVM for getting W rank? Now everybody feels like they have to do W rank. That feel kind of crazy, huh? Like, I need that 2%, bro. I don't know, chat. Do you think Deepwoken should have shit like that, though? Where, like, in order to get better and stronger power in PvE, sometimes you gotta do crazy challenges? A boss rush? Maybe. Who knows? That's why banks fucked everything. Bro, Zig is anti-bank, bruh. Like, dog. When's the Ceremony Hall upgrade? One day. One day, buddy. Should try a quad Vortex Echo build. Quad? What do you mean? Quad Revenge? Oh, yeah. No, I have that. But I literally have that on my Assassin build. I just need to put on the Vortex Echo, which I don't feel like giving it. Big PvE is propping up banks. They say they're too big to fail. Bro, I don't think it's just big PvE, man. I think you ask any player, and a lot of players don't want banks. That might be big PvE and big PvP. I can't lie to you, buddy. That's like big quality of life. I don't know. Big QOL. The deep tricks. It's like how a lot of people vote Republican. And I guess, but it's like Banker Society. Banks were too strong, but now you can't remove them. Yeah, low-key you can't really like, dude, they're kind of integral now, low-key. They're low-key a little integral, I can't lie to you. Man, I like how my sword glows white. This looks so sick. Feels like I'm a hero. Feels like I'm using Hinokami Kagura. Able to rob banks? Holy shit. Could you imagine? What if you could rob banks, chat? What if your bank could get robbed? Wouldn't that be scary, chat? Would you trust banks if they could get robbed? I don't know. Would you rather have a bank slot or robbable banks, chat? What would you rather have? And what if in order to never like lose your shit, you just had to have a lot of money? All the banks with billions in Armor Needle bonds, bro. Everyone would rob me, bro. Hitting up heists on fucking bank slots would be crazy. Imagine you could like pay to upgrade your bank slot or whatever to make it to where it's like really hard to rob, and then you need like ether decoders. You know what I mean? Like, hold on, bro. Why are they ringing the bell? Hold on, no. Lift up on your chip. Hell no, I ain't doing this hell mode. Ooh, banks are physically stored in the guild base. What if they did add that, chat? Would that be crazy? That was something Rag would come up with? Honestly, you guys are right. I'm not gonna lie. Sure. I feel like Rag would add some shit like that. Banks that you could rob. Alright, chat. New servers. What would you change about Banks Zig? The Ziggler. What would you change? Just hop in VC. Because I have like a few more things I'm going to take a look at. Maybe one more hell mode or two.
Singular new enemy. And the funny thing is, you can really tell the devs only
let me get the new server
PvP side of the game when the last
I'm not
big
sure
PvE
what I
update.
changed about Banks, man. I don't know. It's like, you know, I honestly, my first thing would probably be making a lot more stuff unbankable. Like a lot of this new stuff, like drops from Enmity or something like the gaunts of Enmity. I think those are unbankable. I think that was honestly a good play, man. I think all of Enmity's loot should be unbankable. It'd be a lot harder boss.
Make it to where you have to fight Enmity on the slot you wanted on.
Yeah, I think that's part of the solution, especially like because nothing from Enmity is really like rare, you know. Like he doesn't have any like.
He doesn't have like any
drops where you gotta
exclusive
farm.
like crazy shit.
Yeah.
A lot of it's like you can get in like 1 or 2 runs.
Yeah, I think unbankable stuff going forward is probably more so the solution. I think they were kind of like a bit brazen with how much stuff they made bankable. Yeah, Enmity is 10 times easier on a heavy weapon. Well, imagine like if you wanted to get the best in slot gauntlets, you had to fight him on a light weapon. He'd be a lot. I think that would make it a lot more interesting. That's how DeepWoken kind of used to be.
I mean, you would just, to be fair, I mean, kind of like you would just drop it in a server and then just log and then
With
get on
some stuff, but not with Diver's Light Plate.
Yeah, I guess.
Not with your bell rerolls from layer 2 or from Idles the Unshul.
Sure. I don't know. Trying to get Fang and Coil is like that in some cases.
Bro, you can spawn with Fang and Coil, man.
Dumb execution Illinois chat. I think it's something about like maybe when you first get it.
Honestly, I was thinking about this earlier, but and I said it a few times. Oh, somebody attacking me?
Bro.
Somebody's attacking me. Oh.
Bro, hey, why you ringing the bell, bro? Hey, why you ringing the bell, bro?
Well, I gotta be on my way.
Why you ringing the bell? Who's attacking you? Where you at?
Someone just like tagged me with like ice daggers and then was like, yo. And it's like, bro, I gotta get to the fucking helmet though.
Come on, bro. Let me like interrogate this guy, bro. Bro's trying to get his free lick. Hey, bro, why you ringing the bell and running away, bro? You logged.
Bruh. Something I was thinking.
I don't understand, bro.
It honestly kind of pissed me off, right? Like I like the devs, but this I kind of got a little mad at the devs over this one. Is I hate that they keep adding stuff like Glads, where when they add the content, it's literally unplayable because
Like broken.
Yeah, or just unfinished. Like even if Glads was like fully functional, it'd probably be pretty unfun right now. Like, but I think Glads is a great example where like if they fix it this week, they might as well have just not added it this week because it was so unplayable. And so I just wasted like 6 hours of my time trying to play it before they added it in a playable state the next week. Like, why did you add it this week? You just wasted my time.
Bro, who is this guy, man? I'm gonna gank that. Light.
The Silent Heart guy?
Yeah, that's right. And the motherfuckers rang the. Who is ringing the bell, bro?
People already ringing the bell, yeah.
No. Bro. Getting hit by like team damage of doom.
There he is.
Did bro run away? Oh, Debbie Sparks away. Bro, who the fuck is ringing the bell, bro? Holy shit.
Yeah, he dove. What a bum. I gotta get out of here. Get beat up. I'm just gonna wait till I'm out of combat and log. Because I didn't get to ring it.
Can we bounce out ganks and make debug a little more gank oriented rather than having only PP and chime because ganks are a little unplayable today? Alright, what are you thinking then? What bounce ideas are you thinking, buddy?
I don't think it's even like a balancing thing, man. Because like, dude, ganks were super playable and where people were doing them all the time for like a week. And then do you know what happened? They fucking quote unquote fixed war mode. And now nobody does it anymore.
Mm.
Like they added a great open world gank oriented PvP game mode. And then they like quote unquote fixed it and made it pretty much so there's no reason to do it at all.
Yeah, those fixes did kind of cook it, I'm not gonna lie.
They nerfed all the loot, so it's like, why would I ever do this? And then they made it so that, like, if you're a solo player and you're like killing freshies in Starsweat Valley, it's way better than like playing the actual game.
War mode should be almost as good as peak PvE relic farming.
I don't know about that.
Peak, I don't know. I like the idea of getting loot, but like peak.
You should have to play the game to get the stuff. Yeah, like that's PvE is that's like the game.
That's war mode. So true.
Hell mode level, yeah. The level it was out on release was like fine.
Yeah, on release it was. I think they just didn't like people flooding, but now instead of people flooding, nobody plays it.
Bro, nobody plays it.
Also, new server. New server. We can do. What can we do, chat? How about we do Brimson Paladin, Illinois?
Oh my goodness.
They added was the Diluvian mechanism. This is kind of off topic, but the Diluvian mechanism is maybe the laziest excuse for a PvE update ever. Yeah, let's make a 50-wave arena of predetermined enemies that already exist in the game. This update was quite literally made in a day.
So you want PvP builds to have to get stuff on slot instead of banging stuff, but then don't want the PvP game mode loot to be as good as PvP, make it make sense? Bro, I'm just saying, and I think what he's trying to say in general is just that, like, first off, I think in general that a lot of PvP builds should be able to be at least better against mobs damage-wise. That way, what matters most is the skill and not the fucking build. I think that's A, right? Because if you have two good players, right, one on a heavy build and one on a fist build, the chances of you being able to beat enemy at, like, beat enemy way faster and mess up a lot less is way less if you have a heavy build, which makes no sense.
I just think that, like, you should be doing all the different content on all your different builds to some extent. Like, I think that's the way the game should work. I think if the only thing you're doing on one build is just like you have from the moment you hit power 20 and got all your gear, you sit in one spot and the only thing you do on that build is go into chime. Like, that's like unfun. Like, I think that's a way to just where people are they just get burnt out.
All right, hop on Bell, chat. Hop on Bell.
Like, I don't think that should be like even like a gameplay loop. Like, a big issue that I hear from a lot of people who have gotten burnt out on Deepwoken is that, one second, I'm trying to get away from this helmet now. Is that the game has no endgame content. You finish a build and then that's it. You either like go to PvP or that's pretty much it. The only endgame content is PvP. And I think a big part of that is because when you finish a build, you don't do PvE on it. You go and you do PvE on your PvE build. You don't play the game on a PvP build. All you do is you like play the sandbox game where you pretend it's YBA and you go and like fight for nothing. Or you go and you play Chime. And it's like, I think people get burnt out because of that, and I don't find it fun. I like doing PvE on a PvP build because I feel like I'm actually using the like skills that I developed to play well. Like, I feel like it just makes the game more streamlined, and because of that, like more unfun. Like there's less stuff to overcome.
What would endgame content even be, bro? There's so much they could do. There's a lot they can do. I think just for starters, just like a good proper open world layer 3 that's just generally super tough and difficult to survive in, right? Avoids having expansive randomization in terms of what you can explore and run into, right? And when I mean expansive, I mean like they need to spend like a year on just like, and like half of that is just making all the different shit you can run into, right? And keep that system refreshing for at least a good few months based on new rare stuff that you can run into, new ship mechanics you can play around with, right? Getting better at ship combat. Right, new PvP game modes that actually do end up fleshing out and adding new mechanics for. Like, I know a lot of people meme on Conquest, right? But I really respect the fact that they were trying to give it something new and different, right? Because even though, like, for example, right, I say a lot of people would say that Battle Royale, you know, it's not very, a lot of people don't play Battle Royale, but I've never heard somebody say Battle Royale isn't fun. I've always heard only good things about Battle Royale. You see what I mean, right? And that's a different game mode that they made very quickly. Unfortunately, Conquest couldn't be like that, but you get what I'm saying, right? Honestly, I think if Battle Royale had like an exclusive, like a few exclusives, you would probably see 10 times the player count on it. All right, so I don't know. I think it's just a matter of having a couple unique things for Endgame, right? Different avenues that would test different abilities, like Battle Royale, Conquest, Gladiators even being extended, right? Some sort of brawl game mode, etc., etc. War mode being fleshed out, right? PvE having, what's it called? Like, PvE could have like more enemies, sort of boss fights, more dungeons, puzzle solving, etc., right?
That's kind of what I'm thinking, you know, where it's like you're asking like, where is like, what do you do on a like, what's the Deepwoken endgame or whatever, bro? It's already in the game. They just aren't
not expanded upon a lot.
Yeah, like Ceramide Hollow, that could be the endgame.
That could have been, yeah, that could have been one that endgame shits, but it's just
still could be. Bro, Gladiators, that should be part of the end game, bro.
Exactly.
The world events, man. Bro, we have the, like, most of the world events are still, like, incomplete. Parasol's supposed to have more moves. They're all supposed to have more loot. The Carnival is, like, extremely unfinished. Like, they already added this, I'm glad, man. Glad is a great example, too. They already added stuff to the game, they just don't finish it.
Sure, yeah, a lot of Deepwoken stuff is just unfinished, which is really annoying. Ceramide Hollow unfinished, War Mode 2.0 unfinished, Diluvian 2.0 unfinished, World Events unfinished, now Glad's a little bit unfinished.
Bro, more than a little bit, let's be real.
More so buggy, but because Glad's, like, besides the bugs, like, that's kind of all there was to Glad's. Like, it wasn't supposed to be anything else really. It could be more though, like depth wagering or like, you know.
Glad made me sad because it was just like they went through all this effort to like push it in this weekly, and then it is literally unplayable. Like, I cannot play the game mode as intended. I tried to, and I wasted 6 hours of my time. Like, y'all couldn't have added this, you know, like, in a week, and I wouldn't have to, like, spend, like, a few hours every single day trying to make it work until I realized it's not. I have to wait a week. Like, that sucks. That doesn't feel good.
Glads has no reason to exist. No one's gonna play it. The intended use of Glads was supposed to be more to get like the ability to set up to set up a more competitive team fight situation, right? Like having like 6v6 or something like that with like 2 competitive guilds or 2 guilds that just like PvP a lot. That was that's all you can like send it. What's it called? Send it to other people in the server. That's its intended purpose.
Yeah, it's like a challenge system. I mean, like, nobody's gonna play it. Like, if you have like 6 people that want to play it, they're gonna play it. It's not like a queue-based thing.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be like you queue and then you fight random people. No, it's supposed to be like like for that situation. But I mean,
that'd be cool. I think if it worked, like, you probably. I can imagine you playing it on stream a lot.
Yeah. Maybe like doing it with chat sounds fun.
Exactly, bro. Like big, like 10v10s with chat.
20v20s with chat sounds fun.
That'd be crazy.
Y'all want to try that, chat? After this, let's try it. 20v20.
I don't even know how we're gonna manage.
Yeah, we can just have like 2. We can have 2 teams set up.
Yeah.
That's what we did last time, and it actually worked kind of well. It was just bugged.
Let's start with 10v10 first.
Hell nah. 20v20. We gotta make sure it works. 10v10 is for bozos.
We gotta build up to it, though, you know?
Bro, what? We gotta go out. Yeah, it's like go out with a bang, but start off with a bang, bro. Because 10v10, like, I don't want to have it for, like, they queue and then, like, it's like a 20v3 against somebody and, like, something I'm worried about.
I guess we'll just have to try and get the people together.
So what?
I guess we'll just have to try and get the people together.
Yeah, we'll do what we did when we first get on stream.
Yeah, when we first did on stream, there were, like, 1K viewers. Variant Oath would probably add more time and variety to your build instead of just adding new oath. Didn't Arch talk about that one?
Yeah, like Vision Shaper B or something like that.
Yeah. I think when it got brought up, he was like, that'd be cool, but like we'd rather
have new oaths, yeah.
But I'm thinking about it, like that was like a while ago. Like we've gotten like what, like 5 new oaths since then?
Yeah.
So maybe one day.
Bell Evolution, yes. One day, chat.
I think that was a Rag idea, so who knows?
Was it? Oh yeah, Rag was on by it.
Yeah. And that was during the like Deepwoken versus Type Soul era too.
Yeah. Was that a classic era?
I was like a.
To be fair, that was when like that's when Rag was pulling up, but that's also when that was the end of the great K1 run. God bless. What a run! What a run!
I don't know if that was necessarily when Rag was pulling up, man.
No, the Type Soul era, yeah, that was literally when Rag was pulling up. That's when he was here.
What did he add?
I would just think that's when he was here. He was playing the game and he was adding content. That's when like he was doing all the shits. Hell, like half of the corrupted bell effects, what? That was from Rag.
Oh, really?
I think that might have been from me telling Rag. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, I was responsible for corrupt payback. Okay, you know, I took you into this world, and now I'm gonna take. Yeah, that's what I told corrupted payback. I remember people were pissed. They were like, "Dude, Agamatsu!" They were angry at me because I suggested a correct payback mirror. I was like, "God." Funny though, chat. Bell Evolution would be too much power scale. Bell Evolution just needs to be side grades, and it's good to go. But there are potentially power creep in that.
I think there's better ways to add like unique questing to the game than Bell Evolution. That's what it was originally for. Was like, oh, you could have like certain quests for certain bells or whatever. Like a boss fight to get like your evolved bell.
Like you fight the Reaper King.
I think it would be cool if they just like I remember Dan was talking on stream about like all the different talents that could be made and they could just be like part of like the base game, right? Just make them like so everybody has them. It'd be cool if a lot of those were just made into quest talents.
Question is, would you have to do it once or on every slot?
Yeah.
Because that's where you like kind of have, you know what I mean? Like you might have some. But they low-key have that now. They have like the echo ships and been there, but they never added an 8 to that. A lot of times they'll just make it an 8. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I wish they would have. I probably more echo questions. But maybe some of them could be like repeatable quests.
Perhaps so.
They just have to be good and fun to do.
Think Dawn Walker Dash will ever make it into the game? Maybe one day, buddy. Maybe one day.
Dawn Walker was supposed to have dashes?
Yeah, like instant TP dashes. It's like the left and the right. But that's only if you had Dawn Walker bar. I thought it was sick.
That's how Dawn Walker works in Glove Game.
Thought it was what?
That's how Dawn Walker works in Glove Game.
In the Love Game?
Yeah, Glove Game.
Oh, that's like dashes.
Glove Game had a like Dawn Walker glove.
That's kind of cool. To make talents innate, who cares? There are only really 30 viable talents. When you weight their value versus the sum amount, you can never know. All builds are the same at their core. All builds are the same at their core. At their core, huh? Can you accept my friend quest? Really? I don't have you added already? That's crazy. Let me look. What is it? It's just Skipper Gripper? Let me look.
I think it's Dragoon Master 1.
Wait. That was you?
Is it? Actually, I don't know. I just said that because he's in the Skipper Gripper fan club. Yeah, it is Dragoon Master 1.
What the fuck? I swear I've seen it before and I was like, who the fuck is this? I bet.
Man, only being lieutenant in your own fan club is kind of crazy.
I mean, it's kind of like how there's like they have like their little subreddits, and that like the YouTubers don't really own it. Guys, when are we gonna get the Agamatsu subreddit? Actually, we do have the Agamatsu subreddit, I think. Yeah, I think so. Agamatsu subreddit.
Probably all racist shit. Oh, the Discord is.
r/Agamatsu. Guys, this is Wholesome 100. There is r/Agamatsu. Guys, when are we gonna get some more people in r/Agamatsu, guys? The last comment was, damn, 3 years ago? What the fuck? The fuck?
Agamatsu.
3 years ago, holy shit. Bro, why am I always getting randomly assassinated? Who are these guys? Chat, when you guys gonna join the Agamotsu subreddit? I'm expecting to see a wholesome Chungus meme chat. And I need good Reddit mods. Okay, I want them to be the fucking sweatiest, wholesome 100 mods, okay? Else you're not fucking Reddit mod. Bro, this ace guy needs to be hitting me with some my bad alls, bro. Time to get the Drake IRL? Hell no. Not after what Kendrick did to that nigga on fucking Super Bowl, bro. Literally looked at the camera and said, "Hey Drake, I know you like him young." Like, bro, what the fuck? If there was a chest relic that was preventing you from getting assassinated, would you wear it?
What, like the fucking, what's it called? Like some fucking TF2?
TF2? That's something TF2?
Yeah, it is.
Sure, would you wear it if it was like a pendant?
That's...
Seeing these guys were hype back then, chat. Yeah, I don't know what it was like, bro. Getting an evidence spear from them was like the dream.
I honestly think if they added something like that, I'd be pissed.
You think so?
Bro, just remove it at that point, or like, can you imagine, like, getting assassinated so much you have to use, you can't use, you have like a cool relic, you have to use it on that.
Yeah, that's fair. I'd say all builds are the same. I'd say if you're gonna build or make 5 different builds, all different achievements and playstyle, I'm sure they'll share all the minimum 25 talents. And same it's just in this just different color because Shroud has no real downsides. So you don't even worry about giving up too much on your build. Being strong versus being tanky plus being fast.
I don't super agree with that. People always say that, and it's like, bro, I know, just do the division, bro. Let it go, it's over. It's not verse 1 no more. Yo, build's just...
Ooh, Moonshine Tome. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Holy fuck. Poor Fallen, he wishes he was here. Unfortunately, my Diver's light plate was turbo ass once again. 14% elemental. Might save that for like elemental resistance build. So all builds should be the same functionality?
No, it's just they aren't right now. Like, people say that. People are like, oh, they're all the same. They're all the same build. It's like, no, the fuck they're not, bro. Do the division, man. If Shrine of Order was in the game, they would actually all be the same fucking build. Because everybody would just go those, like, 25 stats, and then they would never, ever...
True, I'm not gonna lie, he's kinda right, bro. Even in verse 1, people were doing all the same talents too, man. Let's not lie. What is it? It was like 40, it was back then, what, 44, 25 agility, 25 charisma, like 15 willpower. People were doing that in verse 1 too, man. Come on now. People were still doing that. That's true, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I do remember that. You would always do that, and either then you would go no attunement Hero Blade. And sometimes you would see people who would be daring enough to do like both, and they would suffer at the main talents. They would literally be forced to do those talents because they wouldn't have enough points to do anything else. Like if you went like Ice Medium, you had to go 44, 25. You had to play it literally that every single time. No joke.
Shrine of Order has been way, way better for the game than it's been worse. It's people that say that are like, bro, you just gotta do the division, man. It's not that hard. Get a calculator.
I don't know. I feel like there's fundamentally, I don't know. I feel like there needs to be more higher. I think what we do need though is more high investment talents. I'll say that. I think those can definitely add a lot.
There's some true that, like, bro, but there's already a lot of good stuff like that. Like Air Counter is definitely like that.
Yeah.
Berserk. I think Berserk adds a lot to a build. Air Counter adds a lot to a build.
Off your game And those like taunt talents,
Yes.
like 90 charisma, those were
Cornered Fool. It changes the game so much. That's something. That's a talent that people love.
I really like what's it called? Like I know you shit on it, but I really do like the revenge talents, man. The high agility ones, like those are cool, man.
Listen. They are cool.
Crippling comeuppance and double
Crippling
revenge,
comeuppance.
like that's sick. I like that shit.
The double revenge is cool, and crippling comeuppance is cool.
They need
My
some love.
issue with those
It does
things
need a little bit of love.
is not that they aren't good. It's against like a real track star, like against like a fucking Olympian sprinting down the streets. That doesn't do shit, man. It doesn't do anything. It's a drop in the bucket to like a jet striker with heavenly wind. He doesn't even feel it. But if you're playing against like a normal player, you will completely deny their ability to run.
I mean, to be fair, like, should one talent completely deny everything about somebody's build? Some people argue
no, but I also think that those builds are their builds deny literally everything about every other build. They can just run from everything. They are doing that way worse than crippling comeuppance does. They are denying any non-track star's ability to kill them even a little bit, no matter how good they are.
Yeah, but anyway, as I was saying, yeah, like, I can't lie, like, people were saying that back in verse 1 even. If you really remember, people really were running the same talents, man. I can't lie to you. People really were. I don't think it was all that different.
To me, it's just obvious that it would be worse. Like, if you got rid of people's ability to do that, there would just be more meta entrenchment, not less. I'll try to order is take the same old builds and power creep the shit out of them, unless you don't think Shrine of Order should have drawbacks. Then why it exists, just make an innate feature. I think it pretty much is an innate feature at this point. I don't think it should have any drawbacks. Yeah, that's the end of it. Yeah, that's the end of that sentence. It pretty much is an innate feature. I mean, I think you should be forced to interact with the shrines to make your build. They're a cool mechanic.
For me, I don't care either way, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, to me, like, I think you should
I think back in early verse 2, I would have said, like, I was saying all the time, like, dude, minus 10% for Shrine of Order, but it's been like 3 years since the game. It's been like 2 years.
That's what I'm saying. Also, like, bro, it's been years, bro. Let it go. Where you know the fucking image of the guy with the Gucci bag? 1 second.
Oh,
there it is. Look in Broski's general. This is what I think of whenever I see somebody complaining about Shrine of Order in the fucking Big 2-5. Just let it go, bro. It's over.
But yeah, like I said, initially I would have agreed, but now I think back to it, it's just like, I mean, bro, it's, I don't know. I do think, it's just like, I think even back then, you would have some people who went those, what high investment shits? I mean, it was like, when they had brick wall back then, like, you would have to struggle to really get something out of a brick wall build. But to be fair, there would be a lot of downsides and upsides to that. But I don't know. I have to think. I think right now, I think the biggest thing they could do if you... Yeah, exactly. All the gods as well was like really... It was really considered high investment.
Everyone uses an oath, so make it innate. Bro, oaths are innate. What do you think that means? Like,
I've been talking to this dream. If you take so far, it's awful for the game, but it's been a while. Let's just give up.
I don't think it's been awful for the game. I think it's been good for the game, man. I think it makes it more interesting. I think, like, bro, if division to you is bad for the game, like, maybe you need to fucking go back to middle school algebra.
Division.
Like, I really don't get the fucking apprehension of, like, just like, it's ruining the game. It's ruining. I don't get it, man. I'm genuinely not being disingenuous. I actually, okay, I am being a little combative. But, like, I don't think it's so bad. It's not a huge deal to me. Like,
I'm more so countering the point that you're saying, like, it was bad for what's it called? Build diversity. People were doing the same shit in verse 1 all the time, man.
I think going to a...
They were. It literally look at any comp player's build. Most of them were doing similar things, and if something was found out, everyone would run the same stats. But especially early on, a lot of people were really doing like 44, 25 in this, 25 in this, and it was like the same thing every single time.
Okay, I just want to say,
how is there way more diversity in verse 1? If you saw the diversity, it was just a shit build most of the time, bro.
That's true. I think also this is something, saying that you can do everything without any drawback right now, I think that is a far more disingenuous take than just go do algebra. Like, come on. Like, bro, you cannot get like air counter and like or like down comes the claw and like cornered fool and berserk on every single build as like that. Like, there's a bunch of totally build defining high investment takes right there. Like, Attunementless Silent Heart Mage? Bro, that's one build. Like, it's... I think that... I'm not cherry picking. I'm giving a bunch of... You said everything. It's not cherry picking to give examples of a bunch of stuff that's build defining and high investment.
I agree. I'm not gonna lie. Those are... I do think they're pretty build defining, bruh. Like, you did... And you honestly, you rarely saw those builds in verse 1 anyway. And a lot of times they just weren't very good because you know what everyone was doing? They were doing the same exact talents. They weren't really picking. You would maybe see someone be a little bit experimental. Like when people first started to figure out, I think Reinforced Summer came out back then, right? People were trying to be experimental and figure out different things, but it really was limiting. Why do you think No Attunement was the strongest thing? Because it had so much points and it allowed you to flex a lot more. That's why No Attunement was so strong to begin with. Because if you didn't do No Attunement, you were stuck on the same talents. What do you mean, bro? Come on. That was literally how it was. That's why Irreblade and Attunement, No Attunement was complained about. Because you had to run the same shits. That's literally what it was doing. And even after it got nerfed, it was still strong. It was still very powerful because it saved so much points. Because if you were to go heavy weapon ice, you would be super like down bad in terms of talent picks. You just were. No matter what, you were literally just stuck. Because you couldn't do like fucking all the dead gods heavy ice without getting fucked completely by anybody who just went No Attunement or Hero Blade. That's just how it was in verse 1, bruh. And that's why so many people were doing that. You just didn't see it. You only saw, if anything, you only saw all the dead gods on those sort of shits. And nowadays it's a little bit different, but I'd say at least a lot of times you can at least see a little bit more of a dedicated, focused build, I think, compared to verse 1.
I mean, it's also been like, it's been 2 years of Shrine of Order, you know? If we had 3 years of like no Shrine of Order, bro, meta entrenchment is just something that happens over time. And without something like Shrine of Order, I think it would have been way worse than it is right now. Way, way, way worse. You would have had everybody doing the, like, genuinely the exact same builds. It would have been fucking rogue lineage here.
I mean, now, I do think you can run into some archetypes for sure, but I don't think that also means that like there aren't other potential options that can really cook as well.
Wait, I just want to say, Guinea just gave a great example, bro. Hybrids.
Trying to run hybrid in verse 1? Oh, Shiba! You just never saw it. You never saw it. You were foolish to try it. Literally foolish. It was literally like seen as like a joke build. Literally, nobody did it. It was joke. It was troll, basically. I do think that a slight downside, I think back then if they tried doing it, that way there was like the possible choice of it being there, then I think that could have definitely added it to it as well, right? Because then you could have had like, okay, this and then this. But on your main take of saying that there is less build diversity, I have to disagree, I'm not gonna lie. Whether it was completely good or bad for the game, I'd probably give a bit more thought to that. Like I said, I do think that at bare minimum, it would have been way more interesting to see like a potential downside. So now it's like, okay, you have non-shrine builds and shrine builds, and now it's like a choice instead of it being one's clearly the best, right? And that I can definitely see why you would say that, and I can see that and I can agree with, right? But when it comes down to build diversity, I'm not gonna lie, I disagree. There were just things in verse 1 you literally couldn't do. At least now with Shrine of Order, right? There's a lot more explorable options, and there's a lot more creativity in my opinion, and I think it made build making more fun. I think it did. I think it allowed people to figure out a few more things. I think like if you ask any person, I think a lot of times a lot of people enjoy the build making process, and I think that did come down to including Shrine of Order. Literally ask anybody. A lot of people ask Prague, no. But build making, trying to think of the idea, hell yeah, dude. That's my favorite part of making a build every single time. Thinking what could be possible, and Shrine of Order helped that greatly. If it wasn't, you know what I'd be doing right now? I'd be going into Builder, right? This is what I'd be doing if it was verse 1. Verse 1, guys. All right, I want to make a Berserker build, right? Well, okay, automatically, there's already things I have to cross off. Or if I want to do like a high charisma talent, already things I have to cross off. I can't do 80 weapon with light, and then let's just say I'm trying to do deep spindle, right? Let's just say I'm trying to do 80-80, right? Bam, already trying to go 90 charisma. Bam, look at that, 80 points left. I'm already strapped. Bare minimum, I have to do the same shits, right? Whereas now with Shrine, you could get this pre-Shrine and then have a little bit more flex here, right? But something like this, so Sporto can't do a lot of damage. What are you talking about here? I think Shrine of Order is a great system now that we have reduced talent system. I agree. I also think that also is a big part. I do agree with that. I think they should do more for the reduced talent system where like you get less if you like use it pre-Shrine. I think that's also really good.
I think the point of like, oh, so the support build can do a lot of damage, bro. That's not the point. The point is that if there wasn't Shrine of Order, the support build wouldn't exist. No one would run it. Nobody would be going these niche builds or going and trying to get these high investment things. It just would never ever happen.
For verse
like
1,
how nobody used hybrids in verse 1.
Hybrids, yeah, but I think it, like you would definitely see some. You definitely see some supports.
I just mean high cap builds is what I'm saying.
High caps.
Yeah, like just like high investment in like a single thing builds. Like everybody would just be running the same thing. We get different stuff now because like I can still get like the solid talents that can support me in the neutral game while also like being able to like branch out into like my own unique brand of Deepwoken.
I guess it also just depends. I think it just depended on. Sometimes it could just depend on the high investment shits. They all you shed never existed in deep league. Nobody goes support build banking anyway. King is also dead. Most high investments didn't exist. Verse 1 didn't have the talents we have now. True, but I think at the same time, it's not like Verse 1 had nothing. You still had high investment options like hybrids. Well, I mean, there's a lot that, what's it called? A lot of the stuff that you see like right now, even like, what's it called? Back then, didn't exist like Berserker and all that stuff. But the high investment options, even then like All Dead Gods, hybrids, potentially. Brick Wall, you didn't really see as much either. A lot of stuff just they just didn't work out. I can't lie. They didn't work out. And they're just, part of that I think was due to the build choice. Danvers is just telling the truth, but y'all sucking the depths are hard. But I'm saying I think he's wrong in the build diversity part. I don't think that makes any sense. I'm not gonna lie. The build diversity part.
I just like Shrine of Order, man. I think it's fun. I think it's better than without Shrine of Order. And it's like, oh, power creep, bro. Listen,
the power creep part. I ain't gonna lie. The power creep part is definitely choosing.
It's true.
Can't lie.
It's true. It is true. But like,
no downside to it, bro. I was literally advocating downside when the first shit dropped. I can't lie. But listen,
I'm the guy that thinks that like power creep is not a huge deal. I really don't give a fuck. Like, I think people always fucking complain about it, and it's like, bro. After years, I don't care, man. Make it fucking Deepwoken 3. Let us get to power 30. I actually do not care. I don't think it's this big deal that everybody gets their fucking panties in a twist over. Like, I think that Shrine of Order, yeah, it brought us to like power 25. I don't care. It was after a year of everybody running the same build, the same system. If all of a sudden they added 5 more power levels, I'd be like, great. I do not care about power creep. If anything, I care about power creep when we're limited to like the exact same builds. That's diversity. It's both, bro. It can be both. It can be diversity and power creep. They're not mutually exclusive. No one is super when everyone is super. Bro, there's super runners that can get away from you in like 2 seconds, and there's like super healers that can like bring a guy up from 0 HP. Like it's...
Super runs for every build? Nah, that's not true. Come on, don't count. Don't count. There's definitely a difference between a true track star and me and my fucking Silent Heart build, bro. Come on now, that's not cap. But I understand what you're saying though. Like I said, I do agree. I do think that the power creep from it, I'm not the truly biggest fan of it, to be fair. But I don't know. For me personally, the part where I have to think about, okay, the part where I have to put a little bit more thought into this, right? Because of Shrine of Order, I enjoy. I do enjoy, and I think a lot of people do enjoy. I think it has allowed for a lot more flexibility, even in like the PvE scene, for example, right? I think it's allowed for a lot more flexibility. Now, whether you think that's a good thing or a bad thing because of the power creep that comes with it, that's, you can argue there. That's fine, right? But in terms of build variety alone, I have to say I think it was great. I think it allowed for a lot more flexible options, right? Because realistically, I think it allowed a lot more flexibility for the casual player as well. Because there were people who were starting, especially on the comp scene, they were starting to experiment with like reinforced armor, which was a high investment pick at the time, I believe, right? They were starting to experiment with it to see, right, how good it was. But at the same time, I think it was just a lot more appealing to the casual player because they saw as like, oh wait, okay, now I can actually do a hybrid build because now I can shrine down the hybrid and try something new or X, Y, and Z, right? PvE is more diverse. Yeah, I think there's a lot more PvE options. Now, in terms of specific things, nah. Compared to verse 1, though, for sure. And I think there's a lot of... I think even though there's a generalized PvE build, I do think that there's a lot more specialized PvE shits, which can also be attributed to the strength increase we saw from power Shrine of Order. We just see build diversity different. In verse 1, that high charisma build would have to give up something. That makes it diverse, different from builds around it. Now it's hardly different than norm.
In verse 1, it would have to, bro, if there was no Shrine of Order, it would have to give up too much. People would just run the exact same talents on every single build. Like, it would be even worse than it is. It would be even worse than it is now. The meta entrenchment would reach new levels of like sweaty butt crack.
This is what I'll say. Daniel. I think the problem is in order to have it, they would have to make those really high investment talents really strong to shake up the core foundations of what people were running at the time. Now, whether that would have worked or not is up for debate. But the core talents that people were picking, right? Even with the high investment talents we're seeing now, right? I don't think that I think they would have to put even more strength into those talents to shake up what people were doing back then in verse 1. That's just my take on it. I think it's kind of hard. Like if you had like a 90 fortitude, 50 willpower type, or not willpower, 90 fortitude, like 50 intelligence talent that they added, right? Like, what would they have? Like, that's a very high investment for verse 1, right? Just how strong would they have to make that talent to make it a viable pick? Where I feel like with Shrine of Order, they can make talents that are high investment that don't have to be god level, right? It makes it, I think, a lot easier on the balancing side as well. And I think that's also why they started adding a lot more high investment talents as well, compared to what they had before. Like, even in testing, they never really thought of the idea, right? And I don't know. That's just my thoughts on it. We need more. I'm not saying they shouldn't stop adding them, or they never should. They couldn't have added them in verse 1, but I think it would have definitely been a lot more difficult to try. Like, how the fuck do you make a 90 charisma, 80 agility talent? Let's just say that's a future talent cost, right? How do they make that good? How do they make that so good in verse 1 that it's just like it turns into like either you have to make this is like so good, like everyone's making, or no one's ever going to pick it again, right? And you already sometimes see that. You sometimes even see problems with that in current day. Some people think like a talent is too high investment to even be worth it, or like it's high investment, but it's kind of shit, right? So even in verse 1, it would have been either God OP or just utterly never used. I don't know. That's just my thoughts on it. With the high investment talents we have now, if you push those into verse 1 builds making knowledge, I think that does exactly what you're saying. Part of mages not being as powerful as it were was part of us not knowing the build making process. That's harsh reality Shrine of Order builds. With the high investments we have, those pushing diverse one making, I think that is exactly what you're saying. Like people would actually pick those.
I don't know, man. I think it's kind of malarkey.
Shrine of Order took the 50 talents you always needed and made it the 25 talents you always need. $25 talents you always need.
I mean, it lets you do more, man. I don't think it made those talents any better. I think it just like I think if verse 1 was the Shrine of Order was never added, like people would just be only running those 25 talents. They just wouldn't run anything else.
Like, if someone with today's knowledge of the game went back in time with today's talents back in verse 1 combat, they can make it work. I think you would probably see... Here's what I say, though. I think if you also took somebody's today's knowledge with verse 1, the lower investment talents would be way better off than trying to make a high investment build, too. That's just my thoughts. I think if you took the same guy from today and they had to make a build without that high investment thing, they would be way better off. They would slap the nigga who tried to go high investment because they sacrificed so much to go into that high investment that the guy who just went the classic regular investment with today's knowledge would slap them because they have a way better rounded build compared to the guy who had to sacrifice everything to go 190. And back then, way better rounded off builds were just way better. They just were. And so I think that guy who went 90 charisma, for example, would be way more discouraged and way more likely to fall back into what the other guy was doing. And that's what was happening on average. Unless it was literally as good as old reinforced armor. If you took today's talents, my nigga, people don't even do that today. People don't even some people don't even run high investment talents today. You took today's talents and you're telling me that they're going to go back in time and make that work when they're not even that great? They're okay, but they're not godly. They're not reinforced armor. The 90 charisma one, not reinforced armor. 100 agility ones, not reinforced armor. No one's making that work, bro. Nobody. Nobody's making that work.
Every build can do everything. Dan, I want you to make me a build that's 100 flame, has wind passage, level 5 dash, cornered fool, and reinforced armor. Until you can do that, never say that to me ever again, bro. It's the most.
Every build can do everything. It's unthinkable. But every build can't do everything, though.
Yeah.
I'd say right now, the amount of things that a build can do right now is maybe 15 to 20%, maybe 25% higher than it was in verse 1, bro. I'd say it's higher, but it's not that much higher, bro. I think there's a lot more differences. Not every build can do everything, bro. A Songheart can't run away. A mage build is going to play a lot differently than a support build. You can have interchangeable, you can have like hybrids of the two, right? But I think at the core differences, you can have very different builds. Especially compared to verse 1.
Also, like, we talk about, like, power creep. Bro, a verse 1 build whoops a verse 2 build. Imagine you just fucking, like, fighting a 1,000 health player.
Oh, are you talking about old balancing?
Yeah.
Songheart can totally run away, bro. You don't know what you're talking about. I have no clue what you're talking about. What the fuck are you talking about? Songheart build compared to a Trackstar build with anti-runner mechanics? This is rage bait. What are you talking about, Damn? No, don't stop, bro. A Songheart build can run away unless you're talking about TP Bell or Camwy or some shit like that. What are you talking about, bro? I'm not just bringing up extreme. I'm talking about a nigga with dash, a motherfucker with wind passage, bro. A Songheart build is not running away from a gank. What the fuck are you talking about? This is actually that's a brain dead take. Don't say that shit. A Songheart build versus a not normal Trackstar? No, they can't run away. What are you talking about, bro? If you're in an actual gank, whether it's like a 5v5 and a Songheart gets low and tries to run away, they have the least amount of mobility in the game, bro. What abilities are they using to get away? What abilities? What abilities, bruh? Because unless you're fighting somebody who's really shit at ganks, there's literally I don't even see what mobility, bruh. I don't understand. You're talking about the Songheart. No, he's talking about the Songheart trying to run away. How is a Songheart going to run away without a bell? What mobility? No, I'm curious. Literally, what mobility? Unless I got it confused. If you're talking about the Songheart chasing, I see that. The Songheart running away? What the fuck are you talking about? What that is like? That has to be like top 1 retard take. I'm sorry. If you're talking about Songheart running away, top 1 retard take. There's literally no mobility mantras. What the fuck are you talking about? Unless you're talking about TP or Camwy, then I can see it. But Songheart itself, are we like? Do we go back to old? I'm confused. What are we talking about here? Are we? If we're talking about extended help, yes. Songheart itself, my nigga, what part of the kit? Unless there's like some secret tech I don't know about. Because every time I see a Songheart low, that nigga's dying in a gank. Almost every gank I've been in. Almost every gank I've been in.
Brought up a really good point. That Songheart can run like crazy in water. Because none of the moves have any kind of mobility.
So a build has never got away from you without mobility. They never juked you or gone around a corner. Almost never in a proper gank with motherfuckers who are running mages and Sarhearts and chases. Hell no, they haven't gone away. Not from my ganks. Not from what I've seen. Barely. Unless they have Bell. Only thing is maybe Bell saves them. What the fuck are you talking about juking, bro? What? Have you been in any ganks recently, my nigga? What are you talking about? Motherfuckers with rhythm that can see you from a mile. What are you talking about?
Everybody has TP moves.
Everybody has a jet. Everybody has mobility in ganks.
Yeah.
What are we? Is this 2023? What are you talking about, man? Have you been in a gank recently? Have you been ganking? Because we went ganking today, and no Sawheart escaped. I guarantee you that, unless they had Cammy or TP, and even then, shaky. Do you gank? What are you talking about? A Sawheart escaping, bro? In this climate, in this economy? Come on, tell me you don't gank without telling me you don't gank. What the fuck? Literally today I went ganking, and even though my shit has a bit of mobility, it's still difficult to escape from motherfuckers. Only those dedicated ass runner builds really have like the best chance of really escaping. But no, that's what exactly what we're saying. A build can't do everything. You can't run away from any scenario, and you definitely can't run as good as those motherfuckers. Come on, bro. Okay, Og, we get it. Clearly not, because the nigga thinks you can run away on Sawheart. Nigga, who are you fighting? 500 elo demons? Baby's first time ganking? I don't get it. Bro, no, because the nigga wants to call us retarded. I'm gonna call you retarded back, nigga. That was a retarded take. Now what? The fuck? That was a retarded take. I'm gonna say it to your face now. Because you like saying people retarded. That was a retarded take. Now what, nigga?
No.
Nah, bro, I'm just saying, bro. Don't be... Bro, I'm just saying. If you think I'm gonna say it's retarded. You can be retarded too, bro. Don't just say other people are retarded. You can't take it back. That was retarded. Sawheart can run away. What the fuck am I hearing? Nigga doesn't gank, bro. Come on. Fuck off. Come on now. Other shit I agree with, but really, Sawheart can run away? That's gotta be the dumbest shit I've heard all day. What the fuck was that? Unless there's some secret tech or Bell. Come on, man. Dude. You can't, bro. Come on. Literally, bro. That was stupid. It's gotta be exploits. Some bullshit.
Synapse Oath.
Something. Just because you can't do everything on build doesn't mean most builds can't do everything in the game to an extent. Yeah, but all I'm saying was verse 1 was already very akin like that. Verse 1 was already akin. It wasn't, in my opinion, it wasn't really that far off. I think there's a lot more interesting shit you can run into. Now, you can say it's bullshit, true, but I think there's a lot more interesting shit you can definitely run into today compared to in the past. Literally, just look at my fucking build slots, bro. You can literally look at my build slots and just look at already the different amount of shits you can run into, bro. I have a healer build, focused on healing, full mage. I got a Curse Sieger Vision Shaper build, way different. A Nuclear Assassin build, way different. Bro, all these shits play literally so differently from each other, bro. Literally, I played so differently. These are all way more specialized than any of the shit I had in verse 1. You can go look at my old streams in verse 1 and look at just... I think they played a lot more similar, bro. I think they played way more similar. Compared to... These two builds right here are... These three builds I play so differently. I don't think it was rage bait, bro. I don't think it was rage bait. I play all these builds differently. So I'm failing to see the differences. He's trying to say that every build plays the fucking same. That makes no sense, bro. Especially he meant it. He said Sawheart can run away. Maybe if your opponents are fucking brain dead. What the fuck? Who are we ganking here? Do the same? Well, clearly they do the same at fucking 5% efficiency. You can't run away the same way a Jet Striker does. You can't assassinate people and do a quick little assassination combo the same way another fucker does, bro. Bro, come on, man. Dude, I think there's clear differences. Obviously, there are a lot... I think there's like similarities between maybe what talents people take, but in terms of build, gameplay, and how a motherfucker can play, you telling me this Curse Sieger build is going to be feeling the exact same as a Blade Hopper medium? Then an Assassin light weapon? A healer build? Come on, man. We'll do glides in a bit. Yeah, you can do different things, but the standard today is so high that we can argue that because builds can't do the extreme, they can't do everything good. I'd say it's like... What I'm trying to say is that I think in the core, at the end of the day, I don't think that it was that crazily different from verse 1. I don't think it's night and day. If you want to say that it's a lot more comparable, like things are a lot closer, then you can make that take. But I'm failing to see how people think like verse 1. No, dude, verse 1, like, you know, it was what. I don't think it was, bro. I think it felt very like not that different compared to shit we see in verse 2.
Damn, that's rage bait, bro. That's rage bait.
All those builds are running the same downtowns, the same mantras, just like different color and feel. Talk about like what, like Gale Lightning running away.
I think
builds are more optimized. Yeah.
If he's talking about your builds, that's like, bro, comparing like the like healing support builds, like the like Cure Future Vision tier build, this is like.
Talk about these builds, bro. I think I'm dead ass. I think if you were to like take it into verse 1, bro, I'm so serious. These builds are probably running like I've been probably doing the same shit I've been doing since verse 1, bro. I guarantee you, I have verse 1 slots on here. I honestly don't think it was that different from verse 1, bro. I don't think it was that different from verse 1. I really don't think it was that different from. I think you would still see people having like you would still have the same core talents. Sure, maybe there's 5 more talents now because they maybe added like 50 more talents to the game. That maybe a couple of them may be more intrusive to the build. But I think at the end of the day, it really wasn't that different from verse 1, bro. Yeah, you still have like maybe instead of 15 core talents, it's like 25. Sure, but in my opinion, I don't really think it's that different compared to verse 1. I don't. I really don't. At the end of the day, for me at least, you know what I'm saying? Depending on the build and depending on the playstyle, I'll tell you what I do. Usually, right, depends. If it's a ganking build, try and build support build, always at least got to grab the Exo. I've been doing this since verse 1. 25 agility at least for the speed demon. Been doing this since verse 1, right? At least 15, maybe 20, depending on it. You know what I'm saying? Get my 5 HP from both the shits. Now from here, it can change completely. Sometimes I drop strength. Sometimes I drop intelligence. Charisma can be dropped as well. You can run allure. All right. Maybe I'll run 2 or 1 attunements. Maybe I'll run only nothing. All right. Depends really. Right. From there it changes up. By the end of the day, those core talents, usually a lot of times I was doing the exact same shits as I was in verse 1, bro. I don't think it was all that different. And I think even the fundamentals, right? 40, 42, 25 agility, or maybe 40 agility if you're getting ghosts. Bro, people, I feel like a lot of people, they've been doing that same shit since verse 1, bro. A lot of it was inherited from verse 1. I don't think it's like I don't think it exactly stems from like Shrine of Order, for example, being like the main contributor to people fighting the same. If you get what I'm saying. I'm trying to attack his main point. He's basically, Danvier's main point was saying that because of Shrine, well, actually, Danvier, you can state it. State your main point about Shrine of Order. And like it basically, the way I viewed it is, you view Shrine of Order as a reason as to why we were seeing builds feel the same way. Or you feel as if builds feel samey. And I'm trying to say is that, in my opinion, verse 1 it's always been those core talents that have been on a lot of different builds, right? In my opinion, I just think Shrine of Order didn't really change any of that shit. It didn't do fuck all, bro. Because people were already doing that in verse 1. And I think if we had the same shit, you would still see the same shit regardless. Because people were getting more and more optimized, as Skipper was saying. I think Shrine of Order allowed for there to be different extremes, though. A lot more different extremes. A week from now, we're talking about how power creep being out of control and how Deepwoken lost his character. Well, I mean, those are 2 different issues, bro. I'm just saying, though, bro. No, but, bro, Danvier, don't be saying fucking Sahar can run away, bro. Don't, bro. Literally after today's game, wallahi, bro. Oh, my goodness. Sahar can run?
The Silent Heart guy during the hell mode, he tried to run away.
We had to like dick them down, bro. Yeah. He wasn't running nowhere, bro. Like I deadass couldn't see it, bro.
He got clapped by like a bunch of PvE builds.
Bro, like what the fuck, bro? We actually treat that nigga like PvE. And then on top of that, bro, when we try to run, it's still like, bro, a lot of times, bro, you get focused, bro. If you know what you're doing, bro, if it's you and your squad know what you're doing, bro, the motherfuckers will hawk you down, bro. I can't lie. They will hawk you down. Okay, you can see people's health. Literally, you can see people's health. You can literally see people's health these days, bro. You can literally see the exact percentage of niggas at and tell your team that. It's like, bro, I don't even know, bro. What's everyone arguing about? Basically, the argument is, was Shrine of Order good or bad for build diversity? I argue good. Power creep, though, now that I think Shrine of Order, though, what I'll say is I think it was a missed opportunity. A missed opportunity for potentially even more build diversity. Because while I think Shrine of Order introduced more build diversity, it is a shame, and I will agree, that I think it's a shame that it isn't a choice between Shrine and non-Shrine. Because then you would have had all shits. Verse 1 was 1 shits. Verse 2 was 1 shits. Basically, it just flipped from non-Shrine to Shrine. Now, imagine if Deepwoken had both. Like, okay, you have a non-Shrine runner build, but then you have a Shrine runner build that has its downside. Now, if Dan wants to argue that and it's a missed opportunity on that bitch, I agree, because I do think it was.
I disagree.
Zach, I think it was a missed opportunity.
I disagree because I don't want to make a non-Shrine build because that sounds boring as fuck. I would only do it for like a PvE throwaway build, which is already what I use non-Shrine for.
Bro, Zach, how is it boring?
Because the fun part about making a build is like making it all fit in Shrine. Like that's fun, man. I wouldn't want to like. I feel like most people just be like, ugh, and then they would like go and like make a non-Shrine build because they don't want to. I like the build making.
But wouldn't it be interesting to like kind of balance out like, okay, but is it worth this downside? And I feel like that'd be part of it.
Nah, bro, nah. I get bored. Like that just sounds. Bro. I think it should be the opposite. I think they should remove the Shrine of Order downside, make it essential kit. It's already how it is. I think just let it go, bro. It's over.
I mean, yeah, I like the planning too, but like that, I feel like that'd be part of the planning. You know, like kind of like how like Origins have their different benefits. Now Shrine is like you pick like, you know, just okay, well like what it's like, you know, like how bells have their downside too, right? Like,
just put a bell in the bag. Just give me a new one. I like the current build making system. I do make non-Shrine builds actually. I make them pretty frequently when I just want to make like a throwaway build. Like I'll make like a throwaway PvP build to depth skank, where I would just like be like maximally risky and like not even care because I like, you know, I don't have to go and like do anything. Or I'll like make a like PvE build in like an hour and a half because I can just put, you know, Vow of Thorns on and not even worry about like knowledge or anything. And I know you do too. I've seen you do that on stream where you're like,
yeah, for the PV stuff. But I'm just saying that, but that's because like the environment now, no, right? Like I feel like if it was introduced as like a choice, right? Then I feel like it would be integral to the decision making process, which could be part of the fun.
Maybe they could do something interesting with it, but to me, I wouldn't. I would want it to be like another complex decision, I guess. I don't know. Like I wouldn't want it to just be stats. If it was just stats, that'd be boring.
Only time I make non-Shrine builds when I'm doing Animal King attempts. Yeah, that's always said. People only make non-Shrine builds because they're lazy or really just getting started.
I think it is bad, though. I will say, I think non-Shrine builds being so much worse than Shrine builds is an issue for like getting players into the game. I will say that. I think it is kind of discouraging when you find out that your build is just bad because like you didn't like, you know, literally like go to some random part of the map and like talk to an NPC.
One problem with Shrine of Order is that you literally can't fight pre-Shrine because your build actually sucks, you know?
That's fun. I think that's good. I like that it adds an element of difficulty to progressing. If you want to make a more complicated build, you also have to have a more difficult prog.
You learn a game without needing Shrine of Order?
I did, I think, for the most part. I think I beat Etheron solo before I made my first Shrine build.
Yeah, to be fair though, yeah, a new player isn't beating an experienced player anyway.
There's a little bit of truth to that. But I don't think it's necessarily like the realistic expectations. It's just the like discouraging element of like, oh, I was just trying to have fun with this game and now all my stuff is inherently bad. Because I didn't like go on the wiki and find this, you know, random shrine.
But to be fair, like you can make the argument that like a new player's build is going to be bad regardless.
Yeah, but like
the motherfucker will probably go like 100 heavy weapon first, and then like figure like it's gonna be shit no matter what. No.
Well, it's just like
I mean,
like,
look at
imagine.
I mean, you can literally, Go ahead.
Imagine you're playing Dark and Darker, right?
Yeah.
And you have like 5 hours on the game, and you go and you're like making your first loadout, right? And then like it's gonna suck no matter what. Like you bought like some boots that don't have like good like status buffs for boots or whatever on like the black market. And then you go in and you die and you're like, okay, well let me look into it. And then you look it up and it's like your build sucked because of that, but your build mainly sucked because like you didn't go into like the ice caves and talk to this NPC in the ice caves that gives you like 2 times stats. Like, I think the Shrine of Order experience could be better for new players.
Let them know that they exist, is what you're saying.
And let them know that it's like essential, you know, like that it's like how it works. You should do it. You should build builds around it. Yeah, there is no point, bruh. Just let it go, bruh. It's over.
I've said I think of summing up and realize there's no point in making my argument. It's too late to address power creep and other games that are on. Truly a wrap it up moment I concede. I don't think Danvier, I understand what you're saying, but I don't think it's too late to actually we probably should have just hopped into VC. That would have been way better for the stream clips.
We could hop into VC now and talk about like no shrine buffs or whatever.
I don't know. I don't think it's too late to really fucking what's it called? Address the power creep per se. Like I said, I think the best thing that they've done to address the power creep, right, is I'll say this. I think the best thing they've done is the making pre-shrine talents not as good when you shrine it down. Lovely, lovely. I like that. I do like that indeed. Because what ends up happening is like for example, on all those reinforced armor builds, now people are like, you can't pre-shrine it. You're forced to go at post-shrine, right? Or you'll see people who go post-shrine full into the shits because they know that pre-shrine is not going to be as good. I think we need more things like that to make it even more of like okay, well, what should I actually pre-shrine first? And make it also just not as strong. And I think that's a good way to lower down the power levels of builds that already exist without completely killing the thing and people getting upset. Because I feel like if you just slap on you have minus 10% health with Shrine of Order builds, everyone gets pissed, PvP and PvE included. And it'll be hard to like fight that right. I can't lie. I can see that. You have like 550 health one day, now you have like 475, and it's like nigga, people be upset. But I don't know. That's just my thoughts on it. But that will literally never happen now. That just revealed to me now. What more? You talking about like more them bringing the talents down with Shrine? Obviously, this is a good topic. I bet. Let's hop in the BC. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Now, I was just getting on his head, but you know what? Everybody give a warm welcome to Dan VR, bro. That's just how it is, man. Everybody give a warm welcome.
Hello, chat.
Say hi to Dan VR, chat. Say W Dan VR for joining up.
Chat, if you can flame, you need to be flamed. That's how it works.
All love here, man. Don't worry about it, man.
But, no, it was just revealed to me at my desk. It's over.
No.
They will never do that. They'll never make you pick or choose because most of the players joined post Shrine of Order. They're all used to being gods. If you take that away from them, they're going to lose their fucking minds.
I do think that there's been aspects of the devs being afraid to low-key change up things. And I do think, I feel it's almost unfortunate, honestly, sometimes. With Rad, he says he doesn't care. I can't lie. But, like, I know Ark tends to be a lot more, like, of a people pleaser sort of guy, right? And he doesn't really want to make the general community upset. Biggest example I've seen of this was there was a nerf that was going to come for the, what's it called? The thing where you can, like, parry unparable attacks. They were going to give that a 10-second cooldown. And everyone was like, oh yeah, all the testers agreed. I think Dex and the Tunes were on it too. And Ark vetoed that decision. Despite everybody basically being on board on the tester side, it got vetoed, right? So I think it's just one of those things where it's like, he is very considerate on like how the general, like entire player base does feel. Didn't that happen? No, they added that to the armor. He was talking about as a whole. Like to the diver specific one, that was supposed to be an update for all Forcer Way talents. Even on innate armor with Hunter's Brace with everything. That was supposed to be for everything, right? But that got vetoed and it only got moved to the depths one because I think it would have probably made a lot of people upset. I think that's the reasoning, but
doesn't even have a
make unwavering pre-shine. Chat, I've spoken to Archmage about that. The concept that everything you pick up pre-shrine is nerfed post-shrine, depending on your stat scale. Not only is that a lot of dev work, Y'all would fucking hate that. There would be riots.
Really?
Every build in the game would now have to be remade, essentially.
Really? So that'd be a lot of dev work? Damn.
I mean, think like every single talent in the game you shrine, and now it has to scale down to your new, like your new stat investment.
I think
unwavering is nerfed down.
I think the more like they could just target most of the hard hitting ones, like things like the one that gives you 5% chip past your opponent's block or whatever. Like some of the lesser ones don't have to be as crazy, but like I can definitely see if I had to make a list like exoskeleton, speed demon, like the speed talents you get from like fast blade and like the dodge ones, right? Unwavering for sure, right? Bulldozer, like less strength equals less duration, right? I think all those could definitely be touched up. But I do think I definitely agree with you there. I think people would probably get upset.
They would lose it.
I'm on like the whole opposite side of the scale, man. I'm
yeah,
just like, this is an MMO. There's gonna be power creep. Just put the power 30 in the bag, man. Just put the power 30 in the bag.
Oh, power 30 is crazy, bro.
No, this is valid. This is perfect. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Because you joined Afterverse too, didn't you, Zig?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I joined.
That's what I mean. The majority of the community are not us, Aga. They don't even know the game that we play. They would fucking hate to go back to what they want the power creep. They want the game to be insane.
I think that Deepwoken is a very good, or it's a pretty good MMORPG that has permadeath mechanics, and I like that. And I like the build making mechanics. And as someone who's played a lot of different MMORPGs like RuneScape, which has changed a lot since its release 23 years ago, I am fine with power creep, more stuff getting added. That adds to the game, in my opinion. If I go into once again, I got the perfect image of this. Yeah, it's this image. If I go into a coma for like 15 years, I want to wake up and Deepwoken looks like this. I don't even care.
This is what you want to see in 15 years?
That's what I want to see in 15 years, man. I want it to be Deepwoken 3. There's like an old school Deepwoken where you can go back and play verse 1. It's got like 500 players. Nobody cares.
Like Deepwoken OG, bro. Like
yeah. I'm on the complete other side of it, man. Just put the power 30 in the bag.
Faith, luck, omniscience, anger.
Bro. How would y'all feel if instead of like a new attunement update, they added a new stat?
A new stat? I don't think it's possible.
They added luck stat. It goes from 0 to 100.
Faith does sound like something that could be interesting though, but that's basically just willpower in a sense. Kind of, no?
Dude, what about dark intelligence though?
Dark intelligence, man, of course.
No, don't bring luck back. I feel like luck coming back for PvE would be cool. If that's your substitute for shit being so easy to get. Like, drop the rates, but bring back luck in some way.
Just drop
I was saying, like, luck just comes back in the forms of, like, like PvE drops. Like, the more PvP, like, what's it called? PvP, luck you have.
Like a pity system? Or
right, like, it can give you better chance of getting, like, shit like armors, needles. That way it's like, yeah, PvE is, like, that's another alternative if they don't want to, like, make shit balance. Like, now it makes it to where you have to do a little bit of both. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you mean, actually, yeah. It's like, if you either have the option of, like, fully going into, like, OP PvE build, or you can, like, get good PvP stuff and, like, get luck and stuff, and then you have the option of, like, you still have that really fast grind time, but you don't have to use, like, a really overpowered build.
Just let the relics drop on death, bro, please.
Now, I think one thing I'll say this. I think at the moment, I'm pretty sure most of devs think that, like, to try and bring back, like, super hardcore mechanics into main game right now might just be, like, to them, it might just be, like, a Herculean task, as they say, right? I think the best we can see for, like, more hardcore stuff is probably, like, in a medium. Almost like a layer 3, like in layer 3, it's like open world, right? But like only in layer 3, if you kill somebody, they drop their literal weapon they're using, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think that can only exist like if it's not like literal main game. Because if you bring that shit to like main game, where like you can like drop people like on death, they drop their armor and equipment, like.
I honestly.
I mean, shit, that wasn't even a thing in verse 1, right? People would probably like get pissed.
Yeah.
I had something like this on my like list of things to bother Archmage about. Like, in this pursuit of making more hardcore game features, it's almost impossible. Like, when a lot of the hardcore features, at least in the past, were balanced around the value system of the game, and there is no value system. You just can get everything relatively easily.
Yeah,
like unless it's 0 to 100, there is no danger. You're wiping builds. There's nothing to do. You can just get everything.
I think something that was definitely lost from verse 1 to verse 2, even though I didn't play verse 1, is in verse 2, especially now when everybody has like a ton of echoes, the only thing that you lose when you wipe a build is your time. Like it is literally just like, oh, I wiped anyways. I guess I have to go reprog. Like there's no like,
True.
No like sorrow. Like damn, I lost this for good.
Yeah, there's no like, oh, I lost my enchant, I lost my legendary weapon. It's just like reprog.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I'm a RuneScape player, bro. RuneScape PvP is way more hardcore than Deepwoken, bro. Losing like a 1 in like a 5,000 drop rate item that like if you paid real world money for it would cost like $500 because you fucking misclicked in PvP.
Yeah. Yeah, wiping builds is just kind of whatever now.
Yeah, I was saying that I said this months ago. That they should add like a hardcore servers or high risk servers, sorry, where it's like if it's just an overworld server, but like maybe like mob spawns are turned off or something like that. Maybe you can see like all the players, something like that. I don't know. But like when you die, you drop a piece of equipment on death. Like you will lose your helmet or your armor or like boots or something like that.
Like Tarkov. Or Dark and Darker.
And maybe they can like make some kind of incentive for it, or maybe it's just like, yeah, if you think you're good at PvP and like you don't want to grind for like the best gear in the game, hop in a high risk world and like box the motherfuckers up.
I just want people to wipe. I just want wiping.
Yeah, I think the best approach is like just to add more content like enmity and stuff.
Well,
I need to wipe them myself. I need to do it. Just
I
let
think-
the relics drop, bro.
I think relics dropping is your wish, buddy.
Just let the relics drop. They'll be fine. Those who gank. Everybody says, "Oh, the PvE builds." Oh, when's the last time you fought a PvE build and you were like, "Oh, he's got an Evan Spear. Who gives a shit?" And then he smacks you once and it does like 2 bars. These builds exist to have like 1,000% damage multiplier. They're fine.
True. I will say
They exist to kill you super quick.
I am team let the relics drop. However, I'm a bit more of a centrist. I think first step, make Devium innate. That way, at the bare minimum, instead of it turning into, okay, this guy does a lot of damage, but I can murk him in like 3 seconds, right? Let it turn into like I'm actually fighting like a genuine decent PvP heavy multiplier build. And make it a little bit more of a challenge, bro. Because realistically, if you're on a proper PvP build, bro, those PvE grips are going to be free. Let those PvE motherfuckers have a good fighting chance back. Yeah, they have a lot of damage multipliers, but realistically, right, this is what I'll say. A lot of them motherfuckers never learn how to swing the bitch. You know why? Because they never had a reason to. There's not a good enough reason to really go after PvE. But if they make relic truffle, guess what? All motherfuckers better learn how to pick up the damn axe and swing that bitch at a nigga, bro. Not at a monster, at a nigga. See what I mean? Let them learn. But B, if they have armor, there's no excuse now. Because now you have 600 HP, 40% fizz. What's the excuse now? Learn how to swing at a nigga, bro. See what I mean? So I think the last thing is eliminating their argument. Oh, well, I'm a PvE guy. I can't fight. I have 450 health. Which, okay, fair. Now what? Now you have 600 health. You better learn how to swing, bro. You better know how to run, swing, etc., bro. Right? That's what I think, at least. I don't know what y'all think about that.
I agree, and I would also say that they got to make it so relics are unbankable. I don't know, something like that.
Relics are unbankable? Oh, you want blood, bro. You want war.
I mean, you know me. I'm anti-bank, but big PvE would never let it happen.
Big PvE might be too strong. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Big PvE is like probably the most powerful in this game.
Yeah, bro. Big PvE.
Big PvE is stronger than any other like big PvP sort of thing. Like bigger than Big Mage, Big Silent Heart. Big
first
PvE.
they took down, bro. They got Narc Mage's pocket. No, listen. Big PvE. First they got Narc Mage's pocket, right, and then they killed Raguzer. We all saw it, man.
Bro, big
Fucking
PvE
Deeptrix.
killed Raguzer too, bro.
Big
Like,
PvE killed Raguzer, and they've got Archmage in their pocket.
yeah, they're lobbying Archmage and they killed the only opposition.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That's true. The actual Deeptrix.
Yep.
And then you got big PvP where you ask for one change and you get told to just fuck off.
big PvP. It's like a
You
bunch
write
of,
out
like,
you write a whole
factions.
dissertation, a 50-page book, and then they do 1 point half, and then promise another thing and never do it. I just
then you-
let them win.
Yeah.
As
No
long
more
as Max
bags.
even it doesn't get. Go ahead.
Oh wait, this was also on the list of things. I want that talent. Another man's trash. Let me take the armor off his fucking body. Let me fucking pocket his helmet. Let me take it.
The problem is everybody would just fucking log. Everybody would just escape enter.
True, actually.
If
yeah.
A. I mean, A. Then that's kind of how it is.
But they couldn't do that in the depths. That's actually.
That's what I would be depth
Point,
hunting.
yeah,
I would be
that'd be
fucked.
No, what would you do, bro? What would you if you like saw Inu though, bro? Like Batman versus like the Joker, huh?
Straight to the void. I'm out. I'm not fighting that shit.
Max DVM. I don't honestly. I thought about it. And what do you think? Do you think? I think if they give PVE motherfuckers the ability to fight back, then honestly, I don't really care if they have their max DVM damage, bro.
Just remove DVM, bro. Make PvE harder.
Bruh. But I think besides enmity, it's just gonna make PvE longer though, bruh. Like you say that, and then you're gonna fight like fucking you. Let's just say you want the idea of being able to do like PvP, bro. Like it's still awful to do fucking Etheron on a light weapon build, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I get what you mean. Yeah.
So that's why I say honestly, like as long as I can get that 70% DVM on light, maybe a few light medium / non-conventional heavy weapon buffs in PvE, and then they move on from there, because I think trying to like change up stuff right now too much is gonna lead to some things that we've been very used to, at least in PvE, feeling a lot more tedious, just because they didn't make it harder, they just increased the health, which I think is very boring. All right.
Maybe for light, just on top of everything else, they could make it so like chain of perfection. If you're on heavy, medium, or light, you get like different scaling.
Yeah, like light scales way faster or something like that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But besides that, I think maybe once they like line everything up, then they can start from there. And in my opinion, bro, I need shit to be like literally in terms of risk or PvE or difficulty, hell mode / enmities, bro. Only up from there, bro. Because bro, we're deep players, man. Like already gives you a chain faster. What?
Does it? As in,
Like, this is already some big PvE at work. Like, we don't need DVM. You'll be fine. Granted, now you can just get a Moon's Eye or whatever. But like when verse 1 or verse 2 came out, and you had to remake your builds or do the new shit and do Etheron. Let's say you want to make a PvP build. I gotta go down there and do that shit myself. I don't have any crazy DVM for the most part.
Sure.
Dude, you don't.
Like
you
I
don't
want
wanna
to just
hear-
go and fucking rock it out.
You don't want to hear some of my other anti-PvE takes, bro. I remember I was saying remove Moon's Eye tomes from the Diluvian drop pool. They wanted to hang me for that one.
Oh, they would kill you. They'd kill you, Zig. You can't even say that out loud. You gotta go.
But I think so. I mean, I think like to me, like a lot of the I don't know if this is necessarily the case these days, but to me, a lot of the progging process was like, oh, you know, you go and you do like part of your build, and then like you have to find the knowledge, and part of that is like if you're goated at PvE, then you can go and like do Etheron on like a power 12 build and like get 100 knowledge from that. Or you have to like go and like walk around the map and do a bunch of quests and stuff and fucking explore, you know? And then like on the rare occasion that you got a Moon's Eye tome by chance, it was like a very special thing where you're like, oh, now I can go and like prog a build way faster than I normally could. But now it's like the new normal, you know what I mean?
Yeah, kind of is.
And so that's but I think that one's too far gone. I think that's already Jover.
You think BV has that on lock?
Yeah. I think the super pack's too strong when it comes to Moon's Eyes.
Real. That was tonight for me. The last like year of discussion topics can ultimately be summed up in it's too late and the new community will not allow it.
Yeah. I mean, I think even for like, for the bank nerf, right? I think that could
You'd be
still...
shot.
Dude, I think if they made all of Enmity's loot unbankable, that'd be kind of fine, man. I think that'd be okay. Go
They're
fight
gonna
on a
assassinate
weapon,
you, bro.
I do it. Aren't the gaunts of, are they the gaunts of Enmity still unbankable?
I don't know, actually. I don't think so. I think
They were. They were for a bit, man.
But anytime anything's unbankable, it's already seen as like a bug, basically.
Yeah.
Big
There's a
PP
lot.
may have won.
There's a lot of shit after bank was added that, like soul-bounding items, does that even really matter? You can kind of just move it. It's not even really soul-bound.
Yeah, it kind of just means that, like, if you have it in your inventory, you don't drop it.
Yeah, it's pretty much just a protection now. Yeah, it's bound to my slot, but I can just throw it in the bank and give it to a different one. Okay.
That was a big thing where people would be like, oh, people had bank slots before, but, like, you couldn't bank, you know, spell rerolls. You couldn't bank, you know, weapons you already had equipped on a different build. Like, you couldn't be like, oh, I want to make, like, a new Storm's Eye build or something and, like, give it the Storm's Eye you already had. But
Crazy to think about, but Storm's Eye, at least in my mind, is a relatively new weapon, but that was like a whole different era of Deepwoken. That was like people farming for hours to get that.
Bro, I think that might have been like, what, wasn't it like a year and a half ago or like 2 years ago?
Oh, like 2 years ago, before I started playing.
And it doesn't even feel like it was that long ago to me. It's just, I guess it's just weird how much things have changed now. I can get a Storm's Eye for like wiping my ass. I beat the Trial of One and I get one of every legendary item and I also get a God Killer.
I feel like Armor's Needles are, they came out way too strong.
Oh my god, they ruined the game. They ruined the game.
It's like, I can't even like go and like fight people at Primadon anymore, you know? Like it used to be like, oh, I go there, like people are trying to get like good star boots, or trying to get a con helmet or something like that. Nope. Everybody fighting is at Songseeker, and they're all people who are looking to fight all the time. Or they're in the Void Heart. Like, it's... A lot of that grind is, like, part of the MMO parts of the game. Like, that's what that got you, like, your player interaction, your, like, random PvP encounters, just stuff like that. And now Armor's Needles is just, like, use your AFK macro on the once-a-year event, and then afterwards... go fuck yourself, I guess? I don't know.
Yeah, it's, this is like, I guess, an experienced player kind of, issue, but I feel like a lot of people don't actually play Deepwoken. In the sense of, after you've put in the time to collect at least one god kit, like the armor, the helmet, the rings and everything, a few relics. Like if you have one good build, for the next couple builds, you don't even need to really play the game. You just like speed blitz prog, and then you don't have to go and get armor. You already have it. You don't have to get the weapon. You already have it. You don't have to you don't have to do anything in the game. You already have it. So it's kind of just
choir, brother. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, there's so much stuff that like removed the game from the game.
Yeah.
Like I think in terms of like quality of life and streamlining, it definitely has gone too far. Where it's like part of the Deepwoken experience for me before they added Moon's Eyes was like going around exploring the map, you know, beating up like random like mob variants, like doing like different quests and stuff, trying to get like the last bit of knowledge. Like I remember it used to be on every single one of my builds. What I would do is I would go and I would let's get in line here. I would go and fight every single boss because they all gave 2 knowledge when I beat them. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I would have to do that at like power 12 or power 8 in some cases, depending on like my shrine order. I don't have to do that anymore. I just get a fucking Moon's Eye.
I have already done it 250 plus times over though. That's valid. Yeah. It's also different how like I've probably done Primadon the better part of like 1,000 times. But just how the game used to be, like when you could only get gems really from Primadon, every single time was different because obviously you didn't know if you'd get one, and two, you were never alone. You were constantly fighting for your fucking life. It was literally different every single time. I guess you call them like third places, the disappearance of third places. There is no natural, all of the players converge here to gain something or complete a goal.
Yeah.
That doesn't really exist anymore. I mean, maybe the depths, you all converge in the depths to go do Diluvian or Hell mode, but...
It was supposed to be, like, world events, but ain't nobody want to play that mid.
Yeah, you do it once, you get everything. I haven't done it since. Maybe for drip, but...
Yeah.
I got a Parasol Planter. I didn't even need to get a good one. It was just the first 3-star one I got, and then I just used needles. It was, even the weapons, too. That was another thing, chat. A lot of it was the same thing with, like, farming bosses or... Like, ganking, part of why people would gank was for loot. Like, there was a world where 3-star items were actually rare. Like, if you got a 3-star Shatter Katana, that's like a lot of time to actually fucking get one. So if you went ganking and somebody, like, dropped a Gladius they just got, like, there were actual practical reasons to go and play the game, and, not so much now. It was kind of helped the casual players, since, for whatever reason, this is a hater take from me, for whatever reason the devs thought you should be punished for investing time in their game.
Yeah.
Oh, you put time into actually farming and trading and getting good shit? Fuck you.
I think certain YouTubers also, they almost honestly portray the new player experience as more genuine than it actually is. Like, Eclipse, for example, playing Deepwoken, I think his new player experience is so different from the actual new player experience because he is like an adult who like values having fun. Like, if you're a like 13-year-old like playing Deepwoken after school every day and you just start playing the game, you're not gonna like refuse to use the wiki and try to look for everything. You're gonna go on YouTube. You're gonna look up like
Best build prog.
Yeah, it's gonna be first. It's gonna be Deepwoken beginner guide. Then it's gonna be best build prog, and then like within 20 hours of playing the game, you're gonna have some like Skipper Gripper build. No offense to Skipper Gripper. He's just, you know, he's not the one causing this. But you're gonna have some Skipper Gripper build that like you don't have to have any like skill or understand the movement to beat any of the bosses. You just like stat check Chaser without even learning him. Like the easiest boss to fight, and like they probably can't even do it on like a medium weapon build. And then that's just, and then they like after that they go and they make the like Godseeker Chime build, and they have like never even played the game once. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It is. It's interesting to see what's happened.
Yeah.
There was. Now people don't even try and argue that the game is skill versus skill. I mean, there's obviously skill expression, but if you go in on some boof build, you're gonna get bent every other direction. You're gonna get torn to pieces if you're on like a bad build.
A build can carry you so much.
They can, yeah. But I think you can still have fun.
You can still be like a Cladrum in an era of...
Yeah, you can be great at the game. Like, I guess I'll put it... There was one time I was fucking around in Chime, and this is like pre-nerf Iron Requiem. In every conceivable way, No-Go's probably 1,000 times better than me. I 5-barred him like 6 times in a row. I just hit R and he fucking turned to dust. Because he's doing that like no HP Ishin's ring build.
Troll.
Yeah.
So it's like literally I had his stream up. I hit him with one crit and did I think it did 13%. Like, what do you even do about that? And there are a lot of builds that can do stuff like that.
I think it varies, I think. Because I think you can also, like, there are a lot of different builds that you can do well with, and you can also just do well on, like, a mid build by just being good at the game. Bro, there's so much stuff going on this server.
I think I mean, you could definitely do, if you're a good player, you can do well on the mid build. I think it was easier to say the game was skill versus skill. One, when most builds were far worse than they are now, because like the RNG of the game.
You sent me the wrong
and just when players were kind of bad at the game.
Another one.
Now even the average player is kind of a demon.
Yeah, I think that's super true. 3, 4, 5, 6, I remember like
we only have 11, 12.
What was it? I think I just like didn't play the game for like a month, right? And so I was back down at like 900 elo from the reset, and it was back during whatchamacallit, when like roll casting was a thing, and I would be fighting like 900 elo players, and they'd be like roll casting every single time, and I'm like, bro, what's even going on? You know, like I thought this was like Godseeker and above tech.
Yeah, I mean, being good at Deepwoken's way less cool than I think most players think it is. It's literally just kind of parrying. Like, the 600 elo demons have pretty good mix-ups even, they just don't know how to parry.
I think there is definitely a lot of truth to that too, yeah. I mean, the thing is, a lot of like combos and stuff can be so easy to learn in this game, but then like parrying becomes the hard part. But that's kind of the thing that I like about Verse 2 combat, is I think it's a lot easier to get into, because like you can have like a fucking like Godseeker level combo that's like really, really good, and you'll be able to like fight good players with. But they can also just like, you know, mantra feint and out parry you and like end up winning the match. I think that's fun.
What I'm actually, this is like conspiracy level. I'm interested to see in the next couple months what Deepwoken like content creation looks like. Because for the last like year, Deepwoken content has been dominated by build content. It's always just new best build, new Godseeker build, new Chime build. And now Chime is it's top 1,000 now instead of top 250, so that's kind of lost its value. Boosting's no longer bannable. You can just glitch your way to the top, and that's not bannable either. I think a lot of people, like, PvP was the main focus for the last couple, like, year and a half, 2 years of Deepwoken. And now it just, like, doesn't really matter that much. There's not even a fake incentive. There's not even, like, elo. It just doesn't matter. It's kind of just love of the game, but the game feels terrible.
So doomer about it. First off, because, you know, the last couple of weeks we've gotten a lot of really good balance changes. It feels like they're really starting to pay attention to that again. And, you know, they just added a new PvP game mode. Even if it doesn't fucking work and is wasting my goddamn time, and they should just release it later. And I also think that boosting and like glitching out of the map and stuff like that, like those are problems that they do care about. I don't think they're just gonna not get changed.
This actually sounds super doomer for me, but I went and asked. No, they just don't care.
You asked Archmage, and he was like, "Nah, bro."
Punchy asked Alphabetical, I believe, and they're just like, "There's no point. Like,
teammates?
Why waste time enforcing this? It doesn't matter."
Enemies.
I think. Well, I mean, even if it's like not a moderation thing, I think we'll get stuff like because I understand, like, if I'm a mod, I'd probably fucking give up on enforcing like anti-boosting. Like, you're not gonna catch somebody boosting beyond a reasonable doubt unless they go like, "Watch me boost," and then like live stream it.
That's why I was telling Arky needs to add that Chime history shit, man.
Exactly. I think if they added something like that, which I think they probably will, I think it'll be
I think that will be like a big killer, hopefully. And then they can actually make. I'll ask Arky, be like, "Arky, you have to make this bannable, man, please." I'm like a plead.
Yeah.
Then at that point you can literally prove it, because right now I remember talking, and it's like it's hard to. Like, they need to have sufficient proof, and it's like, unless someone's literally being a dumbass, right? It's like it's really hard to get like enough proof to get a full ban.
Possible. I was trying to catch a guy for boosting. I remember, because I was fighting a guy, and he was so ass. I beat him like 2 out of 3 times, and then like the next month he's Godseeker, and he's like bragging about being Godseeker, and he's like, and everyone, comp player I talked to was like, yeah, he's a booster. And this was months ago. And I literally catched a guy, I watch him lose some elo, and then he literally made a new account under the same name. I watched him make a new account in like that was like 3 hours old, and then start grinding elo on it. And it like I still didn't even have enough proof. Because it's just like, well, how do you know he's like feeding that to the other account? It's like, okay, whatever. Guess I'll fucking like jerk off. I don't know. Like it's there's just nothing. There's no catching these people unless they're literally like, yes, I boost. Here's a video of me doing it.
Yeah. It's difficult when it's word of mouth.
Yeah.
I guess, like, obviously the comp players know, because it's like, you're 300 elo above me, and I know you're terrible.
Yeah, yeah. Like, oh, you're Godseeker, you've never been to a Deep League event, and nobody in any region has ever fought you.
Yeah. I wish there was more. I don't even know. I don't even know what would make it better. I just don't. I don't know what PvP would even need.
Oh, PvE?
Or PvP. I mean, boosting is kind of its own thing. Glads is cool as a... I think Glads is something I could do one time, and then it's just like... Okay, let's just go in the overworld and...
I think it'll be fun.
I want to see... I
like...
really want to see War Mode 2.0. I think that could really be interesting.
Yeah.
War Mode 2.0 would save this game overnight.
Dude, I keep saying that they should just fucking do War Mode 1.5, man. Make all the systems, get it in the fucking game, make it instant Song Seeker, and then like add the map later. Like
the map is ready though. The map is literally ready.
Oh, the map's ready? Oh
yeah, it's ready.
Of course the map is ready.
Yeah.
It's because it's not a specific map for it. It's like they're taking like the old Conquest map.
Just slide that shit in, bro. Just slide that shit in, bro.
Just slide that shit in, dog. DTO cry. Just slide that shit in, dog.
Oh my god. The great game of Deepwoken. The map is done. So
just
is
put the Power 30 in the bag, man.
So is the Saramid map. That's also done.
Yeah.
Grown
Power
man
30.
with a girlfriend, by the way. Yes, sir. Just slide that shit in, dog.
When will Layer 2 loot be buffed? Literally never. Just give up on the dream. Best I can do is add it to Diluvian.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Diluvian used Layer 2 loot pool. I'll let you know.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, they need to separate those two. I remember talking about it. I think that's why the Blood Fella got thrown in there for like a brief bit. Because it had Layer 2 loot pool. So
they shouldn't have made that a droppable item. That should have just only been from the quest. I feel like that kind of ruined the surprise.
Is it still droppable from Layer 2 or whatever?
I don't know, but it just I hate when that happens. Like when really rare stuff ends up in like the Diluvian loot pool, or like a quest item ends up getting leaked early. It just makes me sad.
Yeah, the leaks. But they gotta fix that up, bro. Diluvian has literally been like top 1 leaker for everything, bro. That and Battle Royale. Holy shit. They're actually on like the duo, the demon duo.
Bro, devs fucking leak more than the fucking testers do. Like we have these big hunts and then like, is it bugged?
I'm trying to do Glads.
I'm right here with you, man. Oh yeah, I'll leave it.
Yeah, I guess we need to see one.
I think it could be cool. I don't know. I am really hoping for
Genius
like Saramid being good. I also just want finished content, man.
Yeah.
Oh my god, please.
Like this Gladiators thing is really like the fucking final straw for me. Because I know they're not gonna fix it now. Like this is considered good enough, at least for like until next week, and this is unplayable. Like I said this earlier on stream. Why the fuck did they add this? All they did was like make it so I'm going to be able to play it next week, and then make me waste 6 hours of my fucking time trying to play it this week. Now like 7 hours because I'm.
Did they add a new walking animation, by the way?
I think so. Bro, I have the worst bug ever. Look at me. Try to slash E wave. You can't do it anymore.
I saw that.
Slash E dance either. Bro, that.
Okay, intermediate timing. Okay.
Actually, I think
Bro,
Gladiator...
you sent the 3-man again, Mr. Bro, send the 12, bro.
I think Gladiator could have been the coolest thing they've ever added if it just wasn't in Chime.
How so?
Like how Typeso does it?
If I went into the fucking depths and there's like some decrepit old like Gladiator arena and it's like, alright, pick your team, and if you die, you fucking wipe. And you just pack it out to the last man standing, that would get me hype. I would do that, but now in Chime it's like, 3v3, my favorite.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of agree.
12.
Dude, I remember when like I think it was Aga, we were on stream and like he got a Chime invite in the depths, and I was like, oh, is there like a depths mode, like maybe a different map or something? It's just now it's a bug.
Like 3 people would actually like that, maybe it wouldn't be popular, but I mean, people do depths wagers, or that's like the ultimate 1v1 me depths. That's how you settle the beef. If there was an actual system in which you can settle beefs like your guild, my guild, last man standing, instead of...
Here, let me just send it.
Bro, I remember I know somebody that's blacklisted from Deep League because they did like a depths wager and they like jumped into layer 2 when they were losing.
I heard that happened to Lucifer, whatever their name is.
That might be who I'm talking about, but I didn't.
14 people.
That's kind of real.
Yeah, 14 people. Other me and the other server. Say the server in chat if you're in the other one, so we can get 14 people. But yeah, if there's too many people, we can't even see who's ready up. I need to report that too. Angry Knorr. Join up Angry Knorr, 14 people, bruh.
Gulag, not a bad idea, right? I mean, or anything, man. Like the idea of like, you can put an item into relic or something.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
Wager the relics.
Real question, bro. Real question. When in the entire history of Deepwoken have they added depth PvP content ever?
What's it called? Contractor.
True. Thank you, Raguzer.
I won't say that they've ever.
Wipes. That's crazy.
I won't say that they've ever like added direct content, but there was a time where maybe they incentivized it. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, now it's into layer 2. Yep.
Yeah.
And the thing is, the
that was kind of how
community chased it away. Though you have to realize, like, the community hated Rag for that. Really disliked it so much. They really there was a lot of hatred toward Rag when that was out. People really despised it.
Yeah, he has had like literally no presence in the game since I started playing. Like I've been playing for 2 years, and I didn't even know he was like a developer until.
You're not on our server? What? Oh, why am I not getting put in your server?
I wouldn't want to deal with that either, man.
Yeah.
Also raised the void percentage when in PvP. Yeah, like, I mean, that's kind of how the game used to be. That's how it was built. Like, you could get rare items from the depths far faster than the overworld, but obviously you can die. Now, I don't know. The depths is a very strange area.
Oh,
now that people are better at the game, it's no longer like overworld is safe, depths is dangerous. It just depths is slightly more dangerous, but
I think there's some fun in that too, though. Like, I don't think games need to be fucking playable forever. I think that if your experience with Deepwoken was you made like a fun PvP build or something like that, like you just made a fun build that was good, and then you just kept playing the game until you like mastered the PvE mechanics and could never wipe to anything other than players, and then you like did a bit of Chime and then got bored of it, like Deepwoken would be like your favorite game of all time. It's just you only played it for like 300 hours.
Yeah. It's an old man reminiscing. I wish some of y'all could have experienced what like early verse 1 depths was like. It's like that, like it's like the episode of SpongeBob walking around with like the walkie-talkie, like terrified. That's how it felt, bro. If you even saw another person, you'd freeze up immediately. It was nuts. They could look at you the wrong way and it would pop off, and you're fighting for your life.
Layer 3 maybe? Maybe layer 3? Maybe this time layer 3 will actually be more like dangerous than layer 1.
Oh, you
Layer
can't do 14
3?
people? There might be a server
Overworld?
cap, chat. That might be what it is. I just thought about it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think there's a server cap. Maybe
The
we can try.
glorious layer 3.
Maybe we can try this when they actually fix it then, chat.
Layer 3, 2.5 years delayed, then it doesn't work on release, and then they do fix it, but it's buggy, and then ultimately, who cares? You beat one mob and you get every new item and every new reward immediately, and then you never touch it again.
Nah, they'll lock in.
Hopefully.
They could lock in. I would say that layer 2, like, raiding is an idea they talked about before would be cool, but also who even does that anymore?
Layer
Who does
2
what?
rating.
Layer 2?
Yeah, I almost be like, why would I bother? It's kind of like you don't even. I'd want to go do hell mode, you know. You
It's the
people don't
fastest
have.
way
You
to
don't
get-
have the loot.
It's the fastest way to get bell rolls, still.
That is true, but I can't steal their. I guess I can fuck with them. I guess that's the incentive, just to ruin their day.
That's what it is in Dark Souls.
Yeah.
There's a guy DM me, bruh.
What did you have?
I think it's because I started doing like the build shit, like, oh, I joined my server to get like the build right, is what he sent me. I just want to say I appreciate, you know, doing that shit where we gotta follow your channel for vids. I think he meant to say for builds here, but I already do follow you, but I just appreciate you not gatekeeping like weird niggas.
I actually do fucking. I hate that.
My bad, Evan.
Like, bro, yeah. Do you do that in your fucking? What is it? Like already peaked? I think your Discord or whatever.
I've done it like 2 or 3 times, but then I just. One time I forgot to do it, and somebody called me out. I was like, "Yeah, this is kind of stupid."
For
It's
what
just
specifically?
annoying.
I
Like
told
that-
people that they had to join and sub to get the build, and I forgot to post the build, and I was like, "Yeah, this is kind of dumb."
Not. Yeah, it's like you join up and it like locks the server. If you join, you can just see my shit right here. I can't lie.
Yeah. The sub tracker.
Subs.
bot,
I
bro.
mean, once you
Yeah.
pass like
Suck my dick,
100K,
bro.
you're kind of
Just
chilling.
just fuck off. Look at me, a fucking sub tracker, bro. Track these.
Server cap is 50. Oh, is it? Then I don't even know what's wrong with it. I can't lie.
It's low key the undeniable method though. The few times I've done it, it'll be like 600 subscribers a video.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is actually kind of crazy.
Especially, and these are like technically low view, I guess. It's like 10 to 15K. If it was like
That's
a crazy video that popped
crazy.
off and it was like sub for build, holy lord.
Most I just do is just like I just copy what Skipper did. I was like, hey, 3,000 likes with 500 subs. I drop the builder, bam. It's in the server for all to see. And I need to update my membership Discord. That server is
That server's decrepit, bro.
the server's like actually decrepit, ancient. Gotta make vids like
make
Valkis
videos.
on the strongest battlegrounds. I'm trying. I'd rather make money off scripting. The game doesn't. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't sound very fun for me, at least. He mentioned.
Oh, you can join him in Supa with his new channel.
Oh, the Super Dev one. Yeah, look. No, I'm
Yeah.
glad Super's having fun on that. Though.
Oh yeah, AD.
What is it?
Oh yeah, AD.
Right, these little shit have been popping up all my book.
Don't let them baby.
Hey, bro. I think for now, I'm probably gonna head out. Though I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'm gonna go take my girlfriend.
The risk.
And I'm gonna go take a sleeper nap.
Oh, there goes Dan. I'll probably hit a bed too. 9:55 is like bedtime for me.
Might
these days.
see. Is Dasher still on? No, they're not. Alright. See ya, Zig.
Yeah, see ya. Keep me updated on the Corey business.
Yeah, I'll let you know. Peace.
See ya.
Alright, guys. I think it's so much 279. Do some 10s. I think they just gotta fix it. But I don't even know it shouldn't be broken. There's like a 50 player limit. Fix Discord, I can't join link. What? It should just be this. Discord Agamatsu. Don't tell me, did I lose it? Bro, I need to get more fucking... Apparently I'm finna lose my shit, bro. Oh, never mind. I got some boosts. Bro, I literally was running out of boosts, bro. Look at this shit. What the fuck? I was looking at I was like at 14 boosts. And I was gonna run out. Bro, I'm literally on the edge. Shit. Too close.
Oh yeah, AD.
That's funny. I can't join it. I don't even know. Discord.g/Agamatsu. I'll make another invite link. Oh, maximize server. Few invites for the server. Holy fuck, there's so many invites. Bro, how do you get rid of all other invites, bro? What the fuck? I have so many. You watched the video in Broski's? Oh, I've seen this one. Nah. Wait, how? Okay, I'm not sure what chat. That's crazy. Bro, wanted some. Is this supposed to be a W rank build? That mythic stability. What the fuck? I know his ass was sweating, bruh. Holy shit. You rank. That's crazy, bruh. Can they release something ever that's not broken? What, Fractine, for example? Make another Fractine. Maybe another Hellbreaker. When are you releasing your own game? I'll finish up my Duke boss fight. Gotta remake Evil Duke. Fractine is broken, really? Or like broken. Like it doesn't work broken. Roblox is so dry. It's broken in half. Ha ha ha. You get 3 laughs, buddy. Hold on, Aga. Bro, I gotta use the bathroom, I can't lie. And I want to take a nap. Also, all the other guys left. I'm not gonna lie. I'm heading out. Thank you guys for pulling up, man. Much love. You know what I'm saying? Hope you guys have a great day. Scripting podcast? Maybe. I'll do it whenever I get closer to finishing up the Duke boss fight, and then I'll have some testers for it. So, if you want to be a tester for the Duke boss fight that I'm making, better be in the damn Discord, because those shits come randomly, right? So,